Right, let's see the audio's working. Yeah. Alright, just give me a couple of minutes. Some stragglers coming. And I'm not taking this video down. I did 2 videos today on private expressing my feelings about what's going on. And this time I'm not putting it private, I'm doing it live. Now, a couple of people might not want me to do this, but I'm going to do it because I need to do it, you know. People, you know, some people might get a bit pissy with me, but hey, you know, way life is nowadays, isn't it, eh? Life sucks. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and hopefully some people will come on. If not, I'll just continue doing it and leave the video up. Just had my dinner, baked beans and pork sausages with bread. What a great meal that was. I nearly blew myself up in the kitchen. The things I've been making with wood, I put in the microwave and I've got one piece of like a metal kind of like tag thing on it, yeah. And the microwave's spitting and like sparking. Although the microwave don't fucking work anyway for more than 2-3 minutes. And I can see all these like sparks and little flames popping up, and I thought, what's going on here? And know those little metal tags you get on certain things, yeah. I use one of those to join my little fork and spoon that I made together, yeah. And that's what was making all the sparking. They say putting wood in a microwave does actually help to, you know, get rid of the horrible germs and bacteria from the wood. So, you know, putting it over open fire, you know, as long as you don't burn it, just like stick it over the heat and it clears all the bacteria and, you know, all that junk. Anyway, as I say, I'm going to give it a couple of minutes before I say anything. This ain't, you know, to start drama up. Although it does state drama in there. But I'll explain the reason why I put that in there in a minute. So, is anyone live streaming at the moment? Rose was live. I don't know if she still is on the Paranormal Dolls. Yeah, I think she still is. I am. That's well stuck in there, that knife. Lovely. So I actually made a spatula today. If you check out my other channel, you'll see me actually carving away and making a spatula for myself. So if I take eggs, I can like flip the eggs open without using a crappy knife. So yeah, I made my own little spatula today. Yeah, I've got metal ones, but I don't want to keep taking like, you know, good stuff up. I'd rather make it, because that's what bushcraft's all about, is making things. So the reason I'm doing this video, yeah, right, it's not to cause drama, but I'm asking people to stop the bloody drama. Now, I'm not taking no sides whatsoever. You know, there's people who I've never had problems with in the past, and there's problems I have had problems with in the past. And I see that there's a couple of people still fighting amongst each other. And what makes me laugh is that they both keep saying, you know, like, it needs to stop, they need to move on, and, you know, ignore each other. But they're not doing it. And that's what's making me think, you know, well, they're both saying, like, you know, they need to stop the drama and hate and all the videos. You know, you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be retaliating. And that's what you're doing. You're retaliating. And, you know, you're just keeping the ball rolling all the time. I'm not going to mention names because they probably know who I'm talking about. Hello guys, watch UK. You know, why do a video saying, look, you know, you need to stop, you need to move on, and, you know, stop all the bullshit drama. And when the other person, like, addresses it, you have to address it again yourself. Well, that's not moving on, is it? No, you're addressing what they've said. You know, if you're going to talk about it, the other person's going to talk about it, and then the other person, it's just going to go around in the fucking circle all the time, you know, and it's just like pointless. It's like trying to win a losing battle. The only way to win that battle is by stop responding, move the fuck on, get on with your life. I see you both do gaming, play your games. Don't retaliate. Just ignore what the other person's saying. If one person's still doing videos on you, the better person is the one who's going to just ignore it and move on and not say nothing. Like I had to do. You know, at least I've made up with people, and, you know, people apologised to me. I've apologised to them. We've left each other alone. We've moved on. We're doing our own shit all the time, you know. Although I'm not doing paranormal all the time, you know, I'm still doing something. So people can't say that I'm sitting on my goddamn fat ass indoors 24/7 like I've been accused in the past, because I'm not. No, I've got my Steve's Outdoor Adventure channel where I've been out metal detecting and magnet fishing with a friend of mine. And if I'm not with him, I'm on my own doing magnet fishing or metal detecting. And over the last couple of months, I've been doing bushcrafting. I'm building my own little shelter where I go metal detecting. So if it starts raining, I can actually shelter from the rain and make a fire on, you know, put the kettle on, make myself a cup of coffee, and, you know, cook myself something to eat. So I'm not sitting indoors, you know, like moaning and bitching and like fighting with people. I've moved the fuck on, and I think some of you people that still got issues need to move on. And I'm sorry you don't like what I'm saying, but, you know, as I said, you're going to be the better person by stop doing videos on other people and just move on and not, you know, even reply to any videos that other people are doing, because I'm not. As I said, you know, I've moved on with my life. I'm doing things. I'm trying to get myself well again. You know, with all the shit that happened over the last 2 years, you know, how many times I've had to go back on the full dose of antidepressant tablets, how many times I've been in hospital. You know, so far this year, I've not really been attacked as yet. You know, I've had the trolls coming. Well, you're always going to get trolls coming in and starting shit. It doesn't matter if it is the people who's caused shit with you in the past, as long as you don't know about it. And, you know, you can't be blaming someone, right? I'm not doing this to, like, cause a drama, Leslie. I'm just stating, right? Listen, I'm stating that people need to stop. I'm seeing people still arguing and fighting, yeah? And, you know, why I'm doing this is because I don't want to be picking sides. You know, I've had problems with people. They've apologised to me. I've apologised to them. If someone else wants me to, like, pick sides, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because if I start picking sides, that other person who I'm against is going to start drama again. And I'm not going to be doing it. You know, I've moved on. Other people need to move on. Stop doing shit. Stop keep going on about it. You know, I'm not going on about it. I'm just saying, you know, well, I don't know really going on about it. I'll just explain my feelings that, you know, people need to stop the bullshit drama. Because if someone turns around and says, oh, well, you're talking to him, then I ain't going to talk to you, then let it be so. You know, I'm not, you know, I've lost friends. I can always make new friends, you know, and no one's going to tell me who I can and can't talk to. Now, if you come to my channel and see someone on here who you don't like, then you got to respect me and my channel and my viewers. You got to either keep your mouth shut and just talk to the people who's on here. You don't have to talk to the person who you don't like. And if you do start causing problems, you'll be kicked off. You'll be timed out, warned, and if you continue, you'll be kicked off. Full stop. Blocked. You know, I won't block you indefinite. You know, I'll give like a couple of days, you know, like rest period. And it doesn't matter if you're a moderator or not. You know, I'm not having a shit on my channel. I'm not going to be accused that I'm taking sides when I'm not taking sides. And I won't take sides. If two people have got beef with each other and they want to be idiots and keep fighting, then that's down to them. As I said, you know, the better person is the person who walks away from the shit. And, you know, I've walked away from the shit. So to me, I see myself a better person because I'm doing stuff with my fucking self. I'm doing, You know, I'm going out, and if I can't get out, I'm not watching the bullshit drama. Well, sometimes I do, you know, so, you know, it's like anyone, you know, you want to find out what's going on. And when you do find out what's going on, it does kind of like upset you. You know, and like, I don't see people who I know keep fighting all the time, you know. So, you know, please stop the shit and move on. Do something, like you keep saying, you know, you've got better things to do in your life, which, like I've got better things to do in my life. You know, I even made a wooden spatula for myself today, because I couldn't get out. Well, I went out today and done some shopping, and that was it. The rest of the day was shitty, miserable weather, so I made myself a spatula. And I videoed it. I put it up on my channel. You know, I've made myself a little spoon and a little fork. I made myself a knife. You know, I've been doing things for myself. That's what they should be doing. You know, if you can't get out because of the weather, play your games. You know, there's other things people can do, other hobbies. No, well, the thing is, right, you don't know what the video's about, do you? You know, you get a notification, right, and you think it's going to be something decent for once. You know, you think it's going to be like, you know, a ghost box session, or talking about, you know, the spirit world, or, you know, they might call something like amazing, like spiritual communication, like, you know, they might even call like an apparition or something. You see, when you get a notification, you go on now, because I don't read what the notification's about. I just see the notification and I'll go on there. And, you know, 1 minute they're okay, next minute it's like drama shit. And I think, well, I'm not sitting here listening to the bullshit drama, you know, because I'm not going to be involved in it. And no one's going to try to tell me who I can and can't talk to. Not that anyone has told me I can talk to and who I can't talk to at the moment, but I'm just saying, no one's going to tell me who I can and can't talk to. No, if I've had enemies in the past and we've made, you know, amends, and, you know, we've said our sorries, it don't mean I'm not going to talk to them. That's my choice. If I want to talk to them, I talk to them. If I don't, I don't. So, you know, that's the reason I'm doing this video, because I did 2 videos earlier. One was like fucking 40 minutes expressing my, you know, my feelings. And I thought, no, that's a bit too long. So I started another one. And that went on for half an hour. And I thought, no, fuck this, man. You know, I'm going to do a live stream tonight after I've had my dinner. And, you know, just let people know that, you know, you got to realise some people will like the bullshit drama, yeah, and some people won't like it. And some people do feel for the people who's going through the shit, you know. And, you know, taking sides isn't a good idea. Because you're going to take sides, you know, it's going to come back on you, yourself. So, you know, if you can't get along with someone, just don't go to the channel. Don't listen to the bullshit. Don't read comments. Don't listen to anyone who's gossiping. Because if you're doing that, that's giving you the, you know, the ability and the option to actually retaliate. And if you're retaliating, you're no better than what the other person is yourself. So, you know, just stop it. Leave it. Move on. Play your games. Go out and do something with yourself, like I've had to do. You know, when I get my building sorted out, my little temporary shed, shack, cabin, or whatever you want to call it, you know, I'm going to be spending time out. I'm going to be doing overnight sessions, you know, ghost boxes and EVPs, and when I get home, I'll upload them. You know, I decided to do bushcrafting, right? Because it's a new hobby. It's something I've never done, never experienced. I'd never even, honestly and truly, been out and cooked myself something on an open fire. Recently I have, because I've been given permission to make a fire on, you know, the permission I'm on. And it's been like crazy wonderful, you know. It's been an experience that I never thought I'd even would have in my lifetime. I wish I'd just done it earlier in life, you know. But, you know, you can see on my other channel the progress I'm doing on building something. So how can I be sitting at home on my arse 24/7 when I'm out, you know, building a shelter for myself? for when, you know, the weather gets better, I can go, you know, do some milk detecting. When I start getting tired, I can like take a break, go to my little shelter, put the kettle on, make myself a cup of coffee, cook myself something to eat, have a break for an hour, and then get back to milk detecting. And if it's, you know, a good day and, you know, the weather's pretty good, then I'll probably camp over, you know, kind of thing, and just sleep in my little shelter. But I can't do it yet because it's not completed. It's not even halfway completed yet. But, you know, I'm not going to, you know, like rush things, because like when you rush things, that's where accidents happen. You know, I don't want to be like, you know, rushing the building, which I'm building, my temporary accommodation, you know, my little camp out thing, and going to sleep in there one night, and a gust of wind comes along and blows everything down, and like I'm like one of the little piggies, you know. It's the wolf ain't blowing it down. It's the you know, nature blowing the bloody thing down, and it's probably like claps on top of me, and no mind luck, seriously injure me or kill me, you know, kind of thing. So I'm not taking the chance in building something crappy. You know, I'm going to take my time and, like, you know, make sure everything's secure. You know, I've been watching loads and loads of other bushcrafting and people making temporary accommodations, you know, going out camping and stuff like that. And that's what gave me the inspiration of going out and doing it myself, you know. So, you know, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time doing it, to be honest with you. I'm enjoying myself, although sometimes I do with it, you know, kind of forget things. Like the other day I forgot my plate and my cup, so I had to improvise. I had to use like a little tin for my cup to, you know, make my coffee in. I had a frying pan, but I wasn't actually frying the pork. I was actually cooking it over the fire. And I thought, well, where's my plate? I didn't have my plate. I even forgot my fork. So I had to use 2 knives to cut the meat up. Then I just got a twig with like a little V shape. I kind of like cut away the bark and use that as a fork. And to put the cooked meat on, I had my frying pan, so I used that as a plate. So I had to improvise, and you do have to improvise yourself when you forget things. And when I forget things, I do get a bit, you know, annoyed and angry with myself, and I start like swearing. And yesterday I did a video apologising about my swearing. But that's me, you know, that's the kind of person I am. Now, I never used to swear as much as I used to, but over the last couple of years, yeah, I picked up more bloody bad language than I thought I'd ever use in my whole lifetime, actually. But, you know, it's nature. It's nature. Hello, Elaine. Good night. So, hello, oh, Angela. I know you've got your name, Angela. Fuck hell, man. I will that. Hang on. Sacramento. Oh, yeah, Angela. You know, look, I know, like, you know, a few people still got issues with each other, but please stop. You know, it gets boring listening to the same old shit all the time. You know, just move on with your life and do some stuff, you know. If I wanted to, I could be like, you know, because I can't, because of this situation I've got at the moment yet. If it weren't for that, you know, I could still be doing drama completely all the time, but I'm not going to, because, like, doing drama just makes you look like a fucking idiot in one way. You're never going to lose. You know, you're never going to win. You're going to keep losing all the time. There's never, ever going to be a winner. You know, you have to compromise and, you know, think, right, you know, I said my piece, that's it, done. If he's going to reply, then, you know, let him reply. I'm not going to retaliate, you know, I'm not going to say anything else. And just leave it as that. Just fucking move on. I'll probably get a few messages, or someone's probably talking shit about me now, saying, oh, well, he's defending him now. I'm not defending anyone. I'm just sick and tired of seeing people keep arguing all the time, you know. If we can't resolve a problem, then don't resolve it. Just stop it. Just move on. You know, like, you know, I want to get back doing the paranormal. And, like, you know, seeing people in this community still fighting gives me, like, you know, do I really want to get back to the paranormal? People still fighting in this community? You know, is it going to be dragged back over here? Am I somehow going to get pulled into the equation again, and, you know, people start attacking me again? So, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, a couple of times I'm thinking, like, fuck it. I'm not going to bother with the paranormal anymore. I won't even bother doing no more videos. And if I had to close my channel down, which I've worked on fucking hard for 8 years, I'll close it down. Or put it private so no one can see anything. And I'll only come back when I'm good and ready. And I'm trying to get that readiness back. But it's hard to do that when you see people who, you know, are trying to amend things with, you know, where you've amended, or, you know, you've never had problems with, and you still see people fighting. You know, and even bringing your name into the equation as well. Not in a negative way, but, you know, my name was said on a certain channel the other day, and I'm thinking, well, you know, person said he ain't going to mention names, but, you know, names were being mentioned. No, it wasn't that negative, but, you know, I wasn't too happy about my name being mentioned, you know. So it feels like once you mention some name, that person's name, who you mentioned, is going to be dragged into it again. It ain't fair. I've been trying to keep away from this channel. And I say, like, you know, I do get notifications of, you know, people being on. And you don't know what the video is going to be about until you go over it and watch it. And once it's, like, to do with all the hate and drama, I just come off it. I don't even bother watching it and listening to it anymore. So I don't want to be a part of it. And, you know, a few people I know and I've had problems with have actually decided to, you know, move on with their lives like I have, and, like, don't want to be a part of the hate and the drama. So they know that they can do better things, you know, go out and do, you know, a lot more paranormal. What would you rather do? Sit there and talk about bullshit drama, or go out and get that evidence, what we're supposed to be trying to do? Now, I'd rather be out fucking collecting evidence. I don't give a fuck if people call me a faker. Bollocks to them. I've never faked nothing in my fucking life. You know, and, like, you know, they can't turn around and say, oh, well, I just edited a full-blown apparition in my living room onto a video. Not possible. And people call me, you know, said that's fate. No, I just don't go, you know, like, blabbing around that, you know, I've caught something amazing, and, you know, go here, there, and everywhere, you know, kind of thing. No, I'm not trying to get myself, you know, a big name for myself, but if it happens, it happens. But I don't think it ever would happen. You know, some of you have been lucky to, you know, have your name mentioned in different ways, which, you know, congratulations to you. And, you know, if it continues, then great. You know, no one is jealous of anyone else. You know, you just I'm gonna bite my tongue in it. If I bite my tongue, I won't be able to talk then, would I, Leslie? You won't be able to understand what I'm saying then. No, I'll be getting moaned at by Leslie going, well, stop, it shouldn't be your tongue, Steve. Look, I'm trying to ignore it here. I'm just saying it needs to stop. You know, I'm not starting the drama up. I'm asking people to stop the drama, move on with their fucking lives. No, it's just a conversation. If you want to take it the wrong way, then I'm sorry. You know, you're taking it the wrong way. No, I'm not starting the drama. I'm trying to get people to stop it and to move on. No, it's just a conversation I'm having. No, if people want to come on here, because I'm on StreamYard, and talk, that's okay. You know, I can send them the link. How you do that, I don't know. But I don't want people coming on and start, you know, arguing and fighting with each other. So, I can't even reach out. You know what? I went into the kitchen to cook my baked beans and sausages, and I knew you can actually microwave them, not with a tin in the microwave, but you empty the contents onto a plate. I was trying to read the tin, and I could not read the tin. I didn't even know how long I had to stick my beans and sausages in the microwave for. So I just left them in for about 3 minutes. The plate came out steaming hot. I carried a plate in to here on a newspaper because the plate was so bloody hot. But the beans and sausages weren't even hot. They was not hot, but they weren't warm. They was in between. So I thought, well, I ain't going to go back out there and stick them in the microwave again. So I'll just eat them as they are. So that's my dinner today. Beans and sausages with bread. And that ain't my problem. I shouldn't get, like you say, it's not my problem. I know it's not my problem. But, it's like, if you've got siblings, or you've got a brother and sister, or two brothers and two sisters, and they're fighting each other, you don't want to keep seeing them fighting, do you? I know it's none of our business, but you're just being polite and asking them to stop. That's what I'm trying to do, is asking them to stop. Because it does affect their viewers. It affects their friends as well, So, I'm just saying, stop. That's what I'm saying. No harm in saying stop, is there really? It's just a conversation. I'm not mentioning the names. I'm not mentioning channels. I'm not saying what's been said and what hasn't been said. I'm just saying stop. That's all it is. I don't believe in buying second-hand equipment. No way would I buy second-hand equipment. The reason being is that you don't know what the warranty is. Someone could turn around and say, well, I've got a nice microwave here. I've only had it 6 months. Give me 30 quid for it. So you give them 30 quid for it. Nice microwave. You bring it home, use it twice, and the damn thing goes wrong. So you go back to the person and say, well, I've only used it twice. It's gone wrong. I want my money back. So, no, you bought it as seen. No warranty, no guarantee. I'm not falling for that, Leslie. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I said what I said. No more. If they want to continue fighting, let them go for it. I'm not going to sit here and listen to the bullshit, and I'm not going to be taking sides, and no one's going to tell me who I can and can't talk to. If they don't like, because I'm talking to one person, because they got an issue with them, then they don't need to come here and be a part of the channel if the other person's there. If the other person's there and they want to be here, all they got to do is ignore that person and stay here and talk to whoever else is on here. That's it. That's all you got to do. And if I see people fighting on here or trying to start shit up, my moderators, even if you are a moderator yourself, you'll get timed out. I'll fucking time you out if I see the shit going on. And I'll warn you. And if you continue doing it, I'm going to demod you. And I'm going to fucking block your ass. And I can block you for a day, 2 days, 24 hours a week. You'll get punished. You'll get punished. And if when I unblock you, if you want to come back, you can come back. Because it's just a warning. So don't bring the shit on my channel. Okay? Just do not bring the shit on my channel. No, because when I start doing the paranormal again, if I see one person attack another person, that's it. I don't care if I've known you for 10 years, 2 years, 6 months, whatever. You're going to be timed out, warned, and if you continue, you're going to be kicked off the channel. So moderators, keep an eye out. And if you're a moderator and you start the shit, that goes for you as well. And I reckon if Leslie had the way of doing it, she'd probably kick me off my own channel and say, that's it, I'm blocking you from your own channel until you start, stop talking about the shit. So, just don't bring to my channel, okay? I should like kick Leslie off for keep having a go at me. But she's, you know, like I get to know you guys, you know. I really do love talking to some of you guys, and I know like with Leslie and other people, they treat me as like a brother, you know. They don't want to see me going through this shit and talking about it because it does upset them. That's what happens when you're seeing people fighting. It upsets us. And that's what makes us stay away from your channel. So when someone turns around and say, oh, well, I haven't seen so-and-so come to my channel, it's like with Rusty Reporter. No, he keeps away from my channel because he don't want to see the shit keep coming on. And I can understand that. So, you know, hang on, I've got a headache. Oh, not tonight, Josephine. I've got a headache, sweetheart. Where's my not antidepressants, but I need my ibuprofen. You know, I reckon when I get back doing the paranormal, it's going to be, well, although I've had the experiences in the paranormal community or the paranormal field, because I've been doing it for 8 years. Pardon me, excuse my manners. Because I've been doing it 8 years, I know what to expect. So when I get back doing the paranormal, you know, I'm hoping and expecting some more activity again. I'm not saying it's going to start straight away. It might take 2 or 3 months before we start getting stuff again. I'm just trying to work myself up a bit by bit, you know, kind of thing. Like get my positivity, get my mind back to concentrating on paranormal. I'm trying to like think of new ideas. Now we all need a break doing whatever hobby we do, you know. I've known people to do a hobby and then like because of like life changes, they've had to stop it, and then they've not been able to do it for 2 or 3 years even, and suddenly they come back and start fresh. So that's what's happening to me. You could call what's been going on is like it's giving me a little bit of a break. You know, paranormal does wear you out, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It does wear you out. Any kind of hobby wears you out. You know, it knackers you, because you're using all that energy, that concentration. You know, you're using your brain. You know, and even your brain gets tired. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you get tired when you keep moaning and bitching, but that's life, I suppose. But you know, when I do come back, I'm going to try and concentrate and put my soul, my love and compassion back into the paranormal like it had been before the shit started up again. Because although I've stepped away from the paranormal because all the hate and the bullshit and the, you know, I would like to come back now, but I can't because I'm still dealing with this situation. And, you know, that is still, you know, stressing me out. It's still wondering what the hell's going to happen, you know. Am I going to be called up as a witness? You know, do I need to go to court? Or if it goes to court, you know, I've still got all this shit to, you know, concentrate on. And I can't be concentrating on paranormal while this is going on. So because I'm not doing the paranormal, I'm putting my time into bushcrafting, building the shelter, going out milk detecting, magnet fishing, you know, doing outside kind of like activities. And, you know, there will be times when I'm out and I'm camping out overnight. I take a ghost box and EVP recorder, do like a half-hour session, come home and upload it. Now, I'll even try, if I've got internet, to do a live stream through me, what's the name? Here we go. Well, do it. What are they going to do? Say, oh, you're fit enough to work? Really? They know I do it. I've told them I go out milk detecting. I told them I go out and do a little bit of bushcraft. Because the thing is, I need to get myself better. How am I going to get myself better if I'm not doing something? I'm trying to strengthen my hands because I have arthritis in my hands. If you've been watching my last videos, yeah, someone would have actually built that structure within 2 or 3 days. I can't go into that every single day. I've been up there about 6 days and I've not even halfway through it. And I still have to take breaks. And I even talk to my advisor. I tell them what I'm doing. I said to them, when I'm up there, I'm going to actually try and make a garden, plant some vegetables. I've never done that in my life. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to make a little garden and grow some veggies. Although I don't like veggies, there's certain vegetables I won't eat, but I will try and plant parsley, onions, potatoes, cucumbers, lettuce. I'm going to try to do that when the weather comes, when in the summertime. So, you do what you need to do. I don't give a fuck. See, that's the thing, Leslie, yeah? They won't leave you alone to get on with your life. No, they hate you. They are just jealous and they hate you because you're doing something with your life. They're just like little arseholes behind a keyboard that want to come on and piss you off. Well, let them do it. Because you moderators are great, you just like delete them, block them. And you know what? I'll even screenshot that and I'll show that to my advisor when I go there next week. So I have to go there every 2 weeks. And they have all my medical records. Getting out and doing things helps with the stress and depression. And they don't realise that. They think I'm like, some low-life scumbag, claiming benefits, scrounging, and all that shit. When I've worked 30 odd years of my life, and when you're ill, you're entitled to some of that money back, like I keep fucking saying. Right, save as. Right, desktop. Troll. Yeah, I'll print that and I'll show her when I go up there next week. So I've got an appointment with next week. And I'll just say, look, I'm now getting threats on YouTube. Well, I am ignoring it. I'm just going to say, as I just said, I'm just going to say to my advisor that, I keep getting reports for doing things which I'm not doing nothing illegal. And now people are saying that they're going to report me because I'm out building a little kind of like cabin for myself so I can get out more and enjoy life. If you can get me a job where I can actually, I've even asked for a gardening job. And would you believe you need experience, you need qualifications for a gardening job? I know because I actually signed up for a course, but the course was like 1,400 quid. And I'd have to travel up north to go to the course. Then I'd have to pay for like accommodation, which I never been able to do. I'd like to get out and do stuff. I've even applied with Age Concern to get out and do some planting and be a friend, because I got a course on like being a friend where you go and talk to other elderly people. I put an application down about 8 months ago and I've not even heard a damn thing about it. So when you do try to get something out there, there's either a massive great big queue, which you got, to wait for any kind of reply, or they don't reply to you at all. So, no, the thing is, it is rather annoying though, Leslie, and when people threaten you, They got nothing better to do to threaten you because they got no fucking life. They're just low life little scumbags. Sorry to say. And it's probably someone in the gaming community, or it's someone else on here in the paranormal community. You know, I can't say who it is, and I'm not willing to point my finger to people. I've had enemies, and I've made amends with enemies, but there's still enemies out there who just don't like me. They hate me. They despise me, and they'll do anything just like piss me off. Well, you carry on doing it. Go ring up the DWP. Send them a message. Because you've done it for the last 4 years. And I've cleared my name. And they're getting a bit pissed off with all these complaints. And you know what? They are actually going to be recording IP addresses, contact details of anyone who puts in reports this year for the DWP. Because they said that last year. They're actually going to possibly close down the complaints department online. And if you've got a complaint, you've got to actually ring them up and speak to them. You can't do it online anymore after a certain time because there's just too many false accusations going on. It's costing the DWP hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds. So when you make a false accusation and they go and investigate it, you're costing them money. You're actually defrauding the DWP yourself. And I bet you're unemployed and you're doing things. But hey, that's up to you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying you need to. That's what I mean. You need to ignore it and don't let the crap happen. It takes a better person. Just walk away from it and ignore it, like they keep saying to me. But we're still going to get the haters. We're still going to get the trolls. No, Leslie, that's wrong. I've done a stream on my other channel, just talking, explaining what I'm doing, and the trolls came in. You weren't there, but the trolls came in and started up with me, and I just like blocked them. Even I think Ian was there one time. The trolls came in and started up, and just blocked them. No, I know what you're saying. Like, you know, when they come in and start up, you know, I'm a fool to actually react, but I'm trying not to react to it. You know, I'm trying my hardest not to have a go back. So I could just, you know, if I wanted to go back, I could be pointing my fingers to the wrong people, which I have done in the past. And I've made serious mistakes over that. So I'm just saying, they want to report me, you go and fucking report me, because they're not going to do shit. They'd be happy for me to be out. Because I'm learning a skill on my own. And once I've done that and I show them the picture of the complete thing, they might find something for me in a job-wise situation. You know what? You know, if they think it's good enough, they might think, well, hang on, why don't you go into a construction? You know, if you like building, we're trying to find you a job on a building site. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Even if it's like just sweeping the fucking floor, I'd do it. Someone's got to sweep the floor. Someone's got to clear the toilets out. You know, it's still a paid job, isn't it? If someone come up to me tomorrow and said, hey, I've got a job for you, but, you know, it's a bit messy. You know, we need a cleaner. We need you to, like, scrub the box out every now and then. Would you do it? Yeah, I'd do it because I've done it in the past. I had to do it in the past when I was working, when I was living down in Kent. It's an industrial site. Mold making. We was making like kids' toys, coat hangers, car petrol taps, and all different stuff out of plastic here. And one of my jobs was to actually clean the toilets out. If I didn't do it, I'd lose my job. So yeah, if someone come up to me tomorrow and said, oh, I'll give you 20 quid an hour or £10 an hour to go and clean that toilet, I'd do it. I've done it before. So, you know, when I go to the job centre next week, I'll show them that comment and I'll show them the actual process of what I've done so far. And I say, I won't show you anymore, but when I completed it, I'll show you what it's like complete. And if you think, you know, I'm well enough to get a job in you know, probably in with construction, maybe you can help me out to get a job in construction. I'm trying to get myself healthy again. And you get arseholes like that coming on, threatening you. Fuck you. Go and do it. Go on. Go and do it. I don't give a fuck. Because I've got nothing to lose. I've got nothing to worry about. I'm laughing at you, really. Just idiots. Just idiots. You need to get yourself a job. And you need to get yourself a fucking life. Stop coming on stirring shit up. Because if I knew who you were, I wouldn't be coming on your channel stirring shit up. Got better things to do. Yeah, I know that, Angela. I had that problem myself. They do flare up a few times, and I hate it when it itches like fucking crazy. You know, hemorrhoids do flare up, and they really give you a pain. You know, really, really itch. So, yeah, you know, we ain't going to stop the trolls, but, you know, the government's going to be stopping them soon enough. As I say, you know, I still keep an eye out on, you know, different websites where they state that this year in April, because they had so many signatures on the website, they do have to actually address the troll situation. And definitely going to be dealing with the cyberbullying situation as well. And that's all going to be dealt with sometime in April time. And you get caught, you can face prosecution. And if you ain't got a criminal record, you know, if you've never been in trouble with the police, trolling is going to be a serious situation where you can be prosecuted and heavily fined or go to prison. Minimum term 6 months. So I think you need to stop the trolling right now. So, yeah, I'll print that out and take it when I go there next week. No, I was there 2 weeks ago, actually. And I was supposed to go this week, but she had to cancel it because she's got an appointment at another office. And I ain't seen her for like 4 months because she, you know, put me on, it's, you know, like because of the medical situation. And I am excused from work because of my medical issues. She said, well, you know, you've been excused, you know, you're on the watch list kind of thing, yeah. I'm not going to see you for 4 months. And when you come back, I'll catch up with you. And I told everything what's been going on. I spent more time there than I should have done. I said, look, I'm going out, milk detecting. Not every day, you know, I'd go out. I've said to the landowners that I need any help with anything. I'll be willing to help him out. If he wants the fencing done, you know, if he wants help with, you know, repairing the fencing, I'll do that. Voluntary work. No, I'm just giving back something what he's given me. He's given me use of his land. She goes, oh, that's good. I said, well, you know, if you give me, you know, something yourself, I'm going to give something back, aren't I? She goes, yeah. So I said, you know, I'll go out milk detecting. I've offered to help him out. You know, he said that he had to put some stoning down on the driveway. And I said to him, if you need help, let me know. But he didn't ask me. He left me, you know, alone. Let me get on with the milk detecting. Then a few months ago, I said, look, you know, is there any chance I can get permission to build like a shelter? Because I don't want to be using like the horses' cabins, you know, like little sheds in case like the horses need to get in there. If you get like a thunderstorm or something. He said, Steve, knock yourself out, mate. I said, you sure? He goes, yeah, do what you want. So I started building one. And when I went to the job centre last week it was last week, about a week ago, I saw my advisor and I gave her an update. I said, look, I'm still doing a little bit of metal detecting, but I haven't done it for, a couple of months because of the crappy weather. And when it is dry, the ground's so boggy, I'm coming home covered in mud all the time. But in the woodlands, it's kind of dry. It's not boggy. The ground's wet, but it's not boggy like the fields are. So I've asked if I can get permission to build a little temporary shelter. So if it does start raining, when I start milk detecting again, I've got something of my own I can go into. And, I wouldn't mind learning about, bushcrafting. She goes, well, what's bushcrafting? I said, well, it's just like, what I'm telling you. Build a little, hut or something. You go out, enjoy yourself, you cook something. She goes, oh, that's a good idea. She goes, good little hobby. She goes, yeah. Just don't, knock yourself out too much, just take your time and, because if you're saying when you're digging, when you're milk detecting, it does knock you out. And she goes, I do gardening myself, and it is a tiring kind of thing, when you're digging. So I can understand where you're going from. So she goes, look, do what you want to do. If it's getting you out, getting you fresh air, and it's trying to make you feel better, do it. We've got no complaint, and maybe, it might get you healthy enough to get back and look for work. I said, well, I can't say, that I'm going to get better, straight away. I'm trying to get myself better, but as you know, I'm going through this and that and, all this medical shit that I'll show you the proof and evidence on. And she goes, yeah, I know. She goes, it's going to take time, but don't worry about it. As long as she's telling us and updating us, that's the main thing. If you do any voluntary work, let us know, because then you're covered. And I said, well, I'm always covering myself, because when I was doing the voluntary work at the charity shop, I told you about it, and I had to fill a form in. And when I was doing voluntary work, putting plants on the island in Clapham Common, I told you about that, and I just had to fill the form in, and I was covered for that. So I'm always covering myself. She goes, well, that's what you need to do. Good for you. If you're covering yourself, you're not going to get yourself into trouble, are you? I said, no. So let them carry on with their shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore. Let them do it. So, I'm trying to enjoy myself, because you don't know what's going to happen to you tomorrow. Now, I could walk out on the fucking main road and get knocked over and killed tomorrow. No, it would happen, but there's a possibility. I'm 56 years old this year. I'm an old man. I need to get out and enjoy a little bit of my lifetime before I do, croak it. If you've got a problem with that, well, fuck you. Fuck you. You're just jealous little arseholes because I'm doing something in my life, out, having a good time, and you can't even do it yourself. Sad people, man. Sad people. I wish I had a bigger piece of wood right now. I'd start carving. I feel like carving something. Carving a better spoon. I think those other bits should be dry by now. Hang on a minute. I need to take... No, I've still got coffee there. Hang on a minute. I'm even going to take these to the job centre next week and say, look, I don't like taking too much stuff with me because it's too much to carry around, and then carrying stuff in your backpacks, bloody tiring, and you have to keep stopping to because I have asthma. I had to get a new asthma pump the other day. And you know, when you're carrying a backpack full of stuff with you, like a spade, a knife, the axe I borrow from up at there, you know, because I don't want to be carrying an axe around anymore. So I borrow his axe. The spade I leave up there. Certain things I leave up there, and I'll only bring them back when I've finished. But I might not even bring them back. I'll just leave them up there in case I need them again. But over the last couple of days, because it's been shitty weather, you know, first thing I made was a fork. Saved me carrying a metal fork around with me. Don't look brilliant, but hey, at least I made it myself. You know. Then I tried to make a spoon. Didn't turn out all that good, but hey, you know, you can still lift sugar up and stir your coffee. You know, I only had a small piece of wood, and I really want to construct and carve out like a proper spoon. People say, well, why, you know, spend your time, you know, making a wooden spoon when you can use a normal spoon or a plastic spoon? Well, I don't want to be using too much plastic. I'm gonna try not to take plastic stuff up with me because, like, you know, it's hard, you know, to get rid of. I don't even know where his bin is. So, you know, if I'm using some stuff like, you know, packaging when my food is, I'll just put it on the fire. If it's like, you know, plastic, then I do tend to bring it home. Like, you know, bottles I'll leave up there because then I can fill the bottles up with water and then just, like, you know, boil the water and make me coffee. So I made a little spoon, and today I made myself a spatula. Yeah, I've got a spatula indoors, you know, metal one, plastic one, but I wanted to build, you know, actually do something today because it was raining. I didn't want to be, you know, out in the pissing rain, getting soaking wet and ending up with cold again. So I just sat there and done a video of me making a spatula. You know, some people might turn and say, well, that's shit, innit? Hey, it's okay for what I'm going to need it for. It's only going to flip over a couple of fried eggs if I'm going to cook some eggs up there. No, at least I'm doing something with my fucking life. At least I'm not out causing trouble and pissing people off. So, you know, at least I'm trying to, you know, even when I was making this year, some people could probably turn that out within like 10, 20 minutes. I ain't got the right carving tools for one thing yet, and I have arthritis in my hands. And when I'm carving, you know, I'm putting pressure on my hands. And, you know, as soon as my hands start, you know, giving me that pain, I have to stop for 10, 15 minutes to keep that, you know, get that pain away. Might have to take like a painkiller. And once my hand isn't hurting as much, then I start carving again. And the thing is, when you're carving, when you're using anything, you know, you're trying to strengthen your hand back up. And it is going to give you pain. You know, it will give you pain. But eventually that pain you can try to ignore. And once you start ignoring that pain, you ain't going to feel that pain. Maybe I should use this on Leslie. I bet you'd like it as well. Yeah, I even made me a little knife. You know, the blade came off her handle and I couldn't find the handle, and the blade was just sitting there. So I thought, hey, why not make a new handle for it? So I made a new handle. Made a little case for it, little sheath. And then I also made some handles for my ferro rods, because the ferro rod just came just as the rod. And I thought, well, I want something, you know, for the rod. So I made that one. I know I've already showed it a couple of times, but hey, you know. And I made another little handle for a different ferro rod. So I'm not sitting here causing problems with people. But people want a cake coming on here and causing problems for me. But do I give a fuck? No, let them. So I ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm covered. I need a bigger box. Oh God. Sometimes I don't want to be alive anymore. No, I'm thinking if I get killed tomorrow, at least I don't have to worry about these fucking idiots anymore. But it looks like, you know, God don't want me dead yet. The spirits don't want me dead because the spirits told me I might live up to 100. Fuck me, man. Living up to 100, man. Oh, couldn't do it. Wouldn't be able to do it. No, seriously though, sometimes, you know, you get those feelings, you know, you're thinking like, you know, when you're down and depressed, you just feel like that, you know. You think, well, you know, what's the point of fucking being around, you know, when your life's shit? And it is shit sometimes, you know, but you have to pick yourself up and move on, you know. You have to see what the next day's going to bring you. And I do look forward when I go out up to, you know, my permission and build stuff. So it gets me out of here. I'm not on the internet. I'm not watching any kind of like crap that's going on. And when I get home, I upload the video, let people see what I've been up to. If they want to watch it, they watch it. They don't, they don't. And not only that, you know, I subscribe to other channels and watch those videos, and they give me ideas of what to do next time I go up there. That's outside. So I'm not really reading chat because I can't see the chat with my eyes. My eyes getting bad as it is. I don't even have glasses at the moment. No, the only one pair I do have, when I put them on, the screen's completely blurred. I know I should go and get more glasses, but I just can't afford it at the moment. And I know people say, well, if you're on a, you know, like benefits, you can get glasses, but you don't get them free. You still have to pay X amount towards them. No, I had bifocal ones, like, you know, 3 different lenses in one, and they practically killed me. I couldn't even use them. And the only pair of glasses that I did have, which I could read the screen with, the lens cracked and fell out, and then the arm broke. And I don't even know what happened to the other lens. So, you know, I'm going to have to try to go down here and get some more glasses done probably sometime. Thing is, it's more expensive to keep going down here, you know, it's more travel costs. And I know someone's going to say, well, instead of going to build your base, why don't you spend the money to go and get your glasses? Oh, hang on a minute, you got to pay for your glasses. So who's going to pay for your glasses if you ain't got the money? So I can't even wait to read what Leslie's writing. No, because like my eyes are so fucking bad. Leslie, you know how I felt last year, yeah? It's all the hate, the threats to my life. No, if it weren't for my grandson. So I do want to see him grow up and possibly, you know, see his wife have kids. That's only what's keeping me here right now. Honestly, I know it seems morbid and, you know, it's going to piss a few people off, but that's only what's keeping me alive. My grandson. They're my kids. My 3 kids. My 2 daughters and my son. I want to see my son get married. I want to see my daughters get married. I already miss one of my daughters because she's not in this country. She's moved over to the Philippines, and I don't know when I'm going to see her next. I see sometimes on the Facebook, updates on the pages. She might send me a message saying, "Hello, Dad, how are you doing? Miss you." I enjoy getting those messages. Gives me something to look forward to. But apart from that, my stream just gone offline. No, you don't pay for an eye test, but you've got to pay for your glasses. I had to last time. I had to pay 30% off my glasses. Now, sometimes you can get one, buy one, and get one free. I had to pay 30% on my first one, and then the second one I got free. And they gave me bifocal ones, and I just can't use those. I just can't use those, man. And the only pair of glasses I've got is for close up reading the book, I think it is. If I'm sitting back looking at the screen, the screen's just blurry. Sometimes my eyes might focus a little bit, but I can't even read what Ashley just wrote. I can only barely read a little bit. What's it say? They think something. Trashing. My mother will get to me. Well, just don't let it get it down. Just don't let it get to you. Ignore them, like I keep saying. Well, no, the reason why I got bifocals last time, because they gave me a deal on them, and they said it would be better for me to have a 3-in-1 glass. One for reading, one for close-up TV, and one for distance. So if I see a bus 100 yards away, I can't even read the bus number. And there's only a couple of buses around this way, but I still need to check out what bus it is. I don't want to be getting on the wrong bus. So, there's one for long distance, one for short distance, and one for close-up distance, hang on. One for short distance, one for long distance. Yeah, one for close-up distance. And a close-up is for reading a book or watching telly up close. The other one was for long distance. And the other one is for me when I'm sitting back, for reading chat. Because if I use the ones for long distance, it's so sharp, it's zoomed up kind of thing, I don't even know where those glasses are, the bifocal ones. Got no idea where they are. And when you're sitting there, with bifocals, you've got 3 different lenses in one. Now you've got to keep going. So if you're watching TV, you've got your head down. If you're trying to read chat, you've got to go up and get your eyes focused on that way. And when you're reading, your eyes focus in the middle. It's just so fucking hard, I couldn't get used to it. So I stopped using them. I put them in a box and put them somewhere. Don't know where. And the only glasses I did find a few months ago was the ones which were for long distance. If I was wearing them, this whole screen would be completely black, blurred. No, it's not, because I've had headaches a lot longer than that. I've had headaches throughout the whole 10 years. And that's because of the stress and depression. When I lost my dad, that's when I started getting the headaches a lot more. The stress of it. Stress and depression is a lead to serious headaches, which I've had for 10 years. And there's no medication that can help me for my headaches apart from ibuprofen. And you can go and get them in the Poundland shop, 3 packets for £1. You go and buy a packet of headache tablets in the chemist now, you're talking about £3-4. They don't do shit to me. They just make me sick. Make me want to vomit, throw up. I've got to take some of those boxes out. I've got too many boxes in here. One here. 3 over here. Keep that one there. So I won't leave. I get thirsty during the night time. I need to go to the bathroom as well. This fucking thing. Why is tripping over my doorstep? Got this little kind of like beetle kind of doorstop thing. I always keep fucking tripping over the damn thing. I nearly bashed my head on the bloody wall yesterday because I tripped over the damn thing. And I only use it to keep the door open so the cat can keep going in and out and having food in it. Use a dirt box. If I didn't have the cat, the door would be shut all the time. Good night, Jackie. Let me check on my journal, my Universal Credit, when I got my appointment. I can't remember when I got my appointment. They send you a message through email saying when your appointment is. I think it's Thursday. Universal Credit, log on, government, sign in. Oops. You spelled that wrong. I spelled it wrong. Damn it. I spell it wrong more than 3 times. It locks me out of my own Universal Credit login, and I've got to like ring them up and get it sorted out. And because it's Friday today, isn't it? I think. No, it's Saturday today. Oh, it's gone midnight. Thursday. What day is Thursday? The 5th. Yeah, I'll get that printed out. I'll take it with me. I'll put it in my coat pocket so I won't forget it. And so, I'm still getting arseholes online threatening to report me for things I've not done illegally. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Am I going out tomorrow? No, because it's pissing down the rain tomorrow. I'm not going out until, I think, Monday. So I've been keeping an eye on the weather, and I ain't going to go out when it's raining. So I don't want to end up with pneumonia or a stinking cold. You get a cold, you think it's that coronavirus. No, I got the newspaper today here for when I was on the bus. I'm not reading any Facebook messages. I'm just going to check the weather. So I'm not going on Facebook, although I've got like 7 messages there. Weather. Saturday, house showers all through the day. House showers and a fresh breeze. Sunday is going to be sunny, interviews and a moderate breeze. So I'm hoping to go up there Sunday. Monday is going to be the same, but I'm not going to stay up there. Tuesday was meant to be pissing down the rain, but now it says it's going to be sunny interviews. Wednesday's going to be pissing down the rain, but Thursday it's going to be sunny interviews and a gentle breeze. So I'm going to go up there Monday and then possibly Thursday, because only like one bus ride up there and one bus ride back, and 20 minutes there and 20 minutes back. And I'll try to go up there for about 9 o'clock, so I can at least start there till about 1, 2, 3 o'clock, depending on if the weather stays as it is and how quick I get tired. Living Dead has posted a... Oh, that's Patreon. They've got a Patreon link up now, Living Dead Paranormal. What the fucking hell's that? No, I can't be asked to address them, because otherwise I'd have Leslie on my back. You know, you guys need to sort this shit out and stop getting other people involved. Not saying that you are, but when you mention names, you are actually dragging them in. No, I know I said a few names, but in respect. But I shouldn't even mention anyone's names. So I'm not going to address this. I'm too tired. I'm too fucking exhausted. Settings. Turning off my phone. I just wish people would leave me the fuck alone. Now I'm actually doing some carving. I might start doing some more planchettes like I used to do if I ain't got nothing else to carve. Oh God, come here, you fucker. These that I made myself. I've just got a square piece of wood. Oh no, don't fall out, please. Do not fall down. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you dare. Oh. I ain't got a big enough bag to put these wood in. This is my fire kindle. My kindling for my fire. I just got a template, cut it out, painted it in, varnished it, and just put Ouija on it. So I might just make some more of those later when I start getting back into the paranormal. You know, might as well try and do some bits and pieces. So has it all gone quiet in chat, or has my stream stopped working? And I don't know if it's working or not. I can see myself moving, but can't see no one talking. Maybe you all got fed up with me and stopped talking. Well, that's up to you. Yeah, I've noticed that this side is a little bit bigger than that one. So I might trim that down a little bit. But it has its own kind of like look to it, don't it, really? You see that's not professionally made. You're not the only one who's tired. I'm going to go soon. You know what? I came home after doing a little bit of shopping, yeah. What money I'd left, yeah. Got some canned food stuff, because that's all I could afford. I had beans and sausages in a tin for dinner today with some bread. That's my whole dinner. But before I'd done that, after I came home from shopping, I watched a few videos, and around about 5 o'clock, I think it was, 5:30, I felt really tired and worn out. So I laid on the bed and I fell asleep, and I didn't get up till like 9 o'clock. I thought, shit, you know, I've got to have something to eat. So, you know, I just had a cup of coffee, watched another video, and then I thought, yeah, I better cook something to eat. So I had, you know, the beans and sausages and bread. And I thought, you know, let's do a stream for a while. Well, I'm going to go because I'm fucking tired again already. Good night, Nigel. Still later, mate. I do get your notifications on Facebook sometimes, and I do watch some of the videos, but not all the time. So I want to be, you know, I just don't want to be on social media that much, especially on Facebook, because I do get nasty little comments on Facebook time to time with troll accounts, and I just like report and block them. Good night, Les. Leave you going. Yeah, I'm going to go in a minute because I'm getting tired again. I don't know if I'm going to watch any more videos. I feel so knackered. I don't know why. I'd rather be out and doing something. But, you know, because the weather was really shit today, I couldn't go out. The only time I did go out was to get the shopping. And I was only out for about an hour. Oh, actually, I did do that spatula. I made that today, didn't I? So, well, yesterday, Friday, I made that. That took about an hour to do. I videoed some of it and uploaded the video. I think I've had about 20 views on it so far, something like that. No, even if we had sunny weather all through the week, I wouldn't be able to go out every single day to my permission, because it costs me money all the time going up there. So I'd go up there like twice a week, and then just like go for a walk, you know, over the common, or you know, there's another woodland not far from me. Have a little walk up there. So I've only ever gone through that one twice. I've never really had a proper walk around there. So I'd like to go up there on a nice warm sunny day and just have a look around. I went over the common, Mitcham Common, last week, so I can find some damn pine trees, but there ain't no pine trees on Mitcham Common. So I was going to go up to Streatham Common yesterday, Friday, after I'd done me a little bit of shopping. But, you know, the weather was really shit. I wasn't going to go out a second time in pissing down the rain. So I got soaked when I went out to do shopping as it was. So I thought, well, I ain't going to go out and get soaked again. So I stayed in. And then I made my little spatula. And people can't turn around and say, oh, he never made that. Lying cunt. Well, there's a fucking video of me doing it. And seeing me actually carving it. And what I would like to do, if I can, get my carving down to, a decent perspective, decent quality, I'd like to give some of my stuff out to people. It's like, I've made my own fishing weights out of lead. And, I've given lead fishing weights out to people, although I don't really want to be using lead myself much now, because, I think they're going to try to ban lead in the UK before 2025. And lead is, like fishing weights have now been made out of copper, and I think it's like steel. So, people now buy, I think mostly it's copper, and people are buying like, non-lead weights. Oh, zinc as well. I think zinc that might be made out of, I think. So, people are trying not to use lead so much because it does, like, pollute the waters. But, millions of people still do lead, use lead weights. And I've got lead sitting out there, which I've not even touched yet and made fishing weights out of yet. But there's other things you can make out of lead, you can make lead ornaments, all different things you can use lead for. But I might, try to get rid of it, take it around. If I don't use it, I'll see if anyone wants it. I'll take it around to the guy around the corner who runs the second-hand scrap yard, The only problem is he don't pay for stuff. You give it to him free. So if I don't need it, I'll just give it to him and let him do whatever he does with it. I've got a load of cables which I want to start stripping down for the copper. But to melt that down, you need a decent furnace, because copper only melts like 1300 degrees, I think it is. And I don't have the money to buy a furnace. So a lot of that copper wire will probably go around to him as well. If he's got something that I can use, because he ain't just like, a scrap dealer in like metals. I think he's got like wooden stuff as well. So if I can like exchange it for like scrap wood, and I can like cut the wood down to like, fire sticks, I can take it up with me to my base, my little encampment. Saving me going around the common looking for dead trees and like, because all the wood around here, and even on my permission, is just so wet and so moist. You can't even light a proper fire with it. So when I do get the chance to recycle wood from people's skips or gardens, or if it's out on the pathway, I will take it and bring it home and cut it down and take it up with me. That way it's no cost. I was looking at the wood at Lidl's the other day, the long burn barbecue wood. There wasn't no price on it. It's like a 5 kilo bag, I think it was, but I'm pretty sure it's like, about £8 or £10. And I wasn't going to pay for, wood. Not when you can get it free anyway. And I noticed when I was actually out shopping up the road, there's like a row of houses being like renovated, like roofing wise. And there's a good half dozen wooden pallets there. But, I wouldn't be able to carry a pallet home because it's just too heavy. Like I picked up a pallet from the side of the road up where my permission is, and it was bloody heavy, carrying pallets around. There's no way I could carry one of those home and like cut it down. Take too long. But once I get me little encampment ready and my shelter ready, got the 4 walls up, the ceiling, and the door frame and door. Once we get the warmer weather back, summertime, I'll hope to be camping out overnight and doing some little ghost box sessions, and if I can stream them live, I will do. If I can't, I'll just record it and upload it when I get home. I'm kind of looking forward to doing it, but you know, it's going to be creepy because I've never really camped out on my own solo. And that's why I don't tell anyone where I am, because with the arseholes on here, they might try to find where I am and like come and do something to me, you know, kind of thing. I know it's like stupid thinking that, but you just don't know people on here sometimes, you know. So that's why I'd never give out my location. The only person I'd probably tell is Alan. And if he wanted to come over and camp out with me one night, then he's more than welcome to. But it's quite a long way for him to come over, you know. It's going to take him about 2.5 hours from where he lives just to go to the place I go to. Because I've never really camped out on my own solo in the woodlands, it's going to be an experience, you know, trying to, you know, not be afraid. Because I'm, you know, I do get afraid of the dark sometimes, you know. You know, if my power went off now, I'll be looking for a torch. So I don't like being in, you know, complete pitch darkness. So, you know, if the moon's out, you know, and it's a bright night, you're okay. But it's the weird sound, you know. You just don't, you know, you don't know what those sounds are, and you've got to like learn and study those sounds. Like, you know, you hear footsteps. What is it going to be? Well, it's probably a horse, because I'm on like horse farmland, so it might be a horse. And you're going to hear like crickets and frogs and screams of like foxes, you know, especially the female screams sound like a woman being strangled. But you're going to hear those, and you know, that's what kind of like puts the creeps, the willies up you when you hear those weird sounds and you're not used to them. So that's one reason I want to camp out, to try to like learn and understand the different sounds at night time. And once you've got used to those sounds, you ain't going to be afraid, really, are you? So what I'm trying to do is face up to one of my fear factors. And I do have fears. I have like phobia of spiders. I have like phobia of heights. I have phobia of like going across rivers and lakes and ponds and the sea, you know. Can't swim. Don't like heights. You know, I don't like being out in the dark, especially on my own, because you don't know what weirdos are out there. So I've got, you know, I'm trying to face up to some of my fears. And if you don't like that, well, screw you. Right, when I'm going to go, I'm going to watch 1 or 2 videos on the old bushcrafting channels. And then I'm going to go to bed. Although I've got nothing to do today because it's going to be raining again. I'm buying lots of things. My phone didn't turn off, but I had it on airplane mode and battery saving mode, so no signals, no messages will come through. I just can't deal with it, to be honest with you. Well, you just need to ignore them, like I have to. I think I know that is actually, but I'm not going to mention names because I could be wrong. Yeah. I'm sorry that you're getting this shit, but I don't want to be involved in it. Hello, Winter Witch. I gave you a shout out on my channel the other day on my bushcrafting one. I don't know if you saw it. Well, the newest bit, I had a troll on here earlier, right? I don't want to actually keep mentioning it, but I had a troll on here tonight while I'm streaming that they've downloaded all my bushcrafting videos onto USB and they're going to pass it on to the DWP. What are they going to do? Are they going to fucking congratulate me for being that and trying to do something in my life and trying to get myself better so I, you know, probably get a job in construction maybe sometime, although I'm a bit too old, but I don't give a fuck what they do. Well, you're going to get the haters. So let them carry on doing their bullshit, you know, because I've got an appointment with her on Thursday anyway, and I'm just going to take the screenshot with me and say, look, you know, these are the people I've got to deal with. You know, I told you what I do. You've got records of what I do. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not doing nothing illegal. You know, I'm not working. If you think, you know, building a building is working, it's not working. It's just a hobby, innit? I'm not being paid for it. You know, I'm not paying myself for it, am I? I'm not building it for no one. I'm doing it for myself. And they're just jealous because I'm doing something with my life. I'm out doing something useful, trying to get myself better. But then you've got these arseholes just trying to like keep causing you problems all the time. Well, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to address it. I'm not going to like retaliate to it. They don't carry on with this bullshit. Now, I've got an idea who's behind it, but I can't say. And I'm not going to point my fingers to them. You know, I'm okay. I'll just show her the screenshot. And she's just like, probably going to laugh and say, don't worry about it. So I do keep them updated with some of the stuff I do. They know I do metal detecting. They know I do magnet fishing. It's a hobby. Bushcrafting is a hobby. You know, getting yourself out, trying to make yourself better, keeping away from all the hate and bullshit on the internet. I mean, she's a bit fed up with all the bullshit I'm going through. She goes, if I could do something, Steve, I would do, but I can't. Let the police deal with it. And I said, they are dealing with it, don't you worry. You know, I made, you know, today I got so bored because I couldn't go out. I did a video today. Where was it? I made a little spatula for myself. It's not brilliant, but hey, you know, saves me taking the metal one up and like losing it and getting it all rusty. So I made myself a wooden one for flipping me fried eggs when I start frying some eggs up there. I'm not letting them get me down. I kind of laughed at it, actually, you know. I know it's kind of annoying and a bit of a piss take, but I'm not going to be retaliating. You know, I'm not going to, you know, I've just called them fucking stupid idiots, really. Let them do what they want to do. I'm covered. I always let the job centre know what I'm doing. And if I can, you know, do something constructive and the job centre thinks, oh, well, that's a good thing you've made. You know, maybe we can get, you know, help you to find a job in construction or something. That's a possibility. You know, I've asked them to help me to get a job for gardening, but with gardening you need qualifications. And I applied to a college up north because I thought they had one down here, but they don't. They said, well, you've got to travel up here. It's going to cost you. You know, going to have to have you know, rent accommodation, and the course is like £1,400 for a 6-week course. I said, no way am I going to be able to afford that. And I told my advisor, I can't afford that. There's no way doing it unless they paid for it. They said, we can't pay for it. So I never went on the course. Well, I did give a shout out on, what video was it? Not the one I did yesterday, Friday. I don't think it was the one before then. I can't even remember my own bloody YouTube channel link on this one, on my Steve's Bushcrafting one. So yeah, you know, as I said, when I actually build it and it's complete, and when we got the summertime back, I want to try to stay up there overnight and do some like little ghost box sessions, because a few weird things have been happening up there. I've heard my name being called. There's no one around. I've had audio EVPs coming through. I think on the last time I was up there, I'm sure I heard someone say something about row that oar. Or an oar is like something the Vikings and Romans used on their ships to row their boats, weren't it? So row that oar, row the oar, something like that. I thought, well, you know. So I'm getting EVPs on there, which I didn't even know. Because I, you know, with me, I don't really review my videos, especially on here. But when I'm out and do video and I come home, I like to review it. Although I don't like editing, if there's something that needs to be edited, I'll edit it out or shorten it. Now, as you saw the other day, for some reason, my audio cut out on my video for about 30 odd minutes. And, you know, I didn't want to miss that video out, so I just put music on. And I had a few comments saying, you know, love the music. So, you know, if I go up, well, when I go up there Monday or Sunday, I think Sunday I might go up there, if not Monday, depending on the weather. If there's moments when I'm not saying nothing, and I'm just like working on my little shelter, then I might stick a little bit of music on time to time. I see so many other videos doing it. You know, you get talking and videos of, well, you get videos of them talking and music. That's what I might do. No, I don't, you know, I know in one way it's possibly is paranormal. What the hell is that? Yeah, wait a minute. There's a squash baked bean. One of my baked beans fell on my plate and I trod on it. Hang on, let me just turn it away. Oh yeah, thanks for your email, Winter Witch. Yeah, I did read it. I think I replied. I won't say nothing on here. We'll just keep that to ourselves on email, yeah. I don't want these little fuckers knowing what's going on. Probably get the wrong idea like they always do anyway. Yeah, when I've been up there, I've been like, well, not last time I was up there, but the time before, it felt like I got pushed because there wasn't nothing that I tripped over. So I checked when I actually got up off the ground, you know, I went kind of flat down. The only thing that didn't hit the floor was my face, but you know, I landed in the great big mud puddle. All my trousers got wet and covered in mud. My boots were covered in mud. My hands were covered in mud. I thought, well, what the fuck did I trip over? And there was nothing there that I could have tripped over. And, you know, it did feel like something actually pushing against me at the back. So, you know, whether that could have been spiritual paranormal, I don't know. But on some of the videos, if you sit there and listen to the actual audio itself, there are EVPs that you can hear. And I'm sure I heard one say something about an oar, row the oar or use the oar or something like that. And maybe one of the sticks, the logs I was using, the branches, may resemble the oar. Someone from the past, you know, hundreds of years might have used, you know, been an oarsman on a ship that a river might have even been. You know, we don't know what was on this land hundreds of years ago. There might have been a river going past where my permission is. And, you know, you might have had people rowing down in boats using oars, you know. I don't know. bit weird though to get something like that for an EVP. And even Ulrich Hyde, you know, he hears a lot of stuff which I don't hear. I think, well, why is he hearing it and I'm not? So, you know, I'm thinking, well, you know, once I've completed it, you know, I've got to try to face up to my fears of being on my own, you know, being alone in the woodlands. You know, I'm getting bits and pieces sorted out. Like, you know, I found my blow up pillar. I know where my blow up mattress is. I know where my other sleeping bag is. So I've got that kind of already prepared. Although I'm not going to use it for a couple of months, but I know where it is. You know, I've ordered some bits off the internet, you know, like latches, padlock, one of those things that you latch over and put the padlock in. So I've got some of those ready. You know, I'm going to have a door frame with a doorway in. So when I go, I lock it up with a padlock. And the one I actually bought, like a little latch, was only a small, very small padlock on it. But I was looking in a box in the living room the other day and I found a bigger, chunkier one. So I'm going to use that. You know, it's not to, you know, keep the landowner out. It's just like to stop people, you know, who might be trespassing on it, because I'm sure some of my things have been moved around. And if it was Ronnie, he'd tell me, you know, kind of thing. He would say, "Oh, I've just been over." But he leaves me as, you know, he leaves me to my own. You know, he doesn't even bother me, don't disturb me. I'm more fucking disturbing him than anything else. I just asked him for some fencing I can use for the ground, for the floor, because where I'm building, you see, you know, where that bench bed is, all that ground is like, you know, muddy, and I'm always slipping on it. So when I go up there this week, either Sunday or Monday, he's given me permission to take a big piece of like fencing, so I can stick that on the floor. And I'm going to be cheeky enough to ask him for a second one so I can use it for the roofing. That way I won't have to keep going around hunting for, like, you know, blowing down trees and doing a lot of sawing work, you know, kind of thing. But even when I do, if he gives me permission to take a second one as a roof, I still put, like, you know, sticks and branches and leaves and probably a bit of moss on there, because you know, the moss will suck up the rain, I suppose. I'm also going to be putting a tarp up there as well. But, you know, it's getting along slowly. I'd rather do it slowly than actually rush it and make too many errors. You know, I've made a couple of errors and like to readjust them. So it's okay if you've got 2 or 3 people who's there helping you, like TA Outdoors. You know, he's got him, his friend and his dad. They've built some really good stuff, you know, like Viking hut. They built like a pallet hut. They built a Norman hut. And, you know, they're all pretty good, like, buildings they've made. And I think, you know, I wish I could build something like that, but I'm a lone person. You know, I'm only able to do limited, you know, things at the moment, because I do have arthritis in my hands, and when I'm either cutting, sawing, or chopping a piece of wood, you know, that hammer's so heavy for my right hand, I can't even cut the wood with a hammer sometimes. You know, I have to, like, get this hacksaw or the normal saw out and just cut it instead of, like, chopping it. So I'm trying to get my hands a bit more toughened, because they are weak because of the arthritis. You know, and I'm trying not to keep kneeling down and cutting it, because when I'm cutting the wood, I'm using just my knee. But the other day I found a bit of a tree trunk just on the edge of, like, Ron's property where the actual fencing is. And I thought, oh, I'll add that. And it did help me to, you know, use as like an instrument, you know, to put the wood on and sturdy it when I'm chopping, you know, the wood down into, like, smaller fragments. But now I'm getting idiots threatening to report me because I'm building a hut. Oh, he's well enough to do that. He's well enough to get a job. Never going to be left alone. Never. Well, the landowner has like 5 dogs, but they're like, you know, little poodles and chihuahuas and, you know, little Jack Russell. And, you know, I wouldn't want to like have them there and like be responsible, you know, for their own safety, you know. My housing association, when I first moved in, I said about getting a cat. I said, well, you ain't supposed to have animals, you know, but I said, because it's like, might help me, you know, with my, you know, depression and stress. They said, well, only get one if you need one. You know, don't get one because you want one. You know, if they think it's going to help you, you know, then, you know, we've got no problems. But you're not allowed to get a dog. Now, not long ago, I can't remember when it was, sometime last year, I think they did say you can now have a dog. But the thing is, you know, you got to keep control of your dog for one thing, yeah? You know, if it makes any, you know, if it starts scratching the doors and like, you know, causing damage, you got to replace the doors, you know, you got to do any kind of repair work. You got to make sure you take your dog out. You know, you got to try to keep your dog from barking. I thought, well, I can't be doing that. You know, you can't stop a dog from barking, you know, really, if it's there, you know, as a security purpose. You know, any dog will bark if they hear someone coming to your door and they don't know who the hell it is. Now, I think some of the neighbours do have dogs, but I don't know them well enough to even ask them. Now, I don't even talk to my neighbours. I might speak to next door and say hello to her. And Abby, the one who gave me the cat, I'll say hello to her and have a chat to her. I'll see her sometimes, but that's it. You know, and having a dog is just too much, you know. I wouldn't be able to have a cat and a dog. You know, 'cause one, I wouldn't know if the cat would get along with the dog or the dog would get along with the cat. 2, it's more cost. And having a dog, you know, you got to get the dog's food, you got to get another dirt box, you got to keep taking it out for walks, you know, you got to clear all the mess up. You know, it's just too much hassle, you know. I was thinking about getting rid of the cat, then getting the dog, but, you know, people are going to hit on me and hate me, saying that I abused the cat, that's why I got rid of it. So I'm not going to get rid of her. You know, she can be a bit of a pain in the arse sometimes, you know, but she's been okay, you know. I don't know why, but I seem to be more caring for her. You know, I've been going over and, like, checking her out a lot more lately and stroking her and talking to her. I don't know why. I don't usually do that. But I have been, you know, I've been going over going, right, Tammy, what are you doing? I was even kissing her the other day on the air going, what's the matter, kitty? Well, Steve, you're cracking up. Well, I've already cracked up long ago. But, you know, I've been more friendly to the cat, you know. I've got to be careful how I say that. I was stroking the cat and, yeah. What are you meowing at? So I don't even like on my lap sometimes, but, you know, I'm not doing this, you know, just to, you know, I do pick her up. It's when she, like, sticks her back paws in my groin. Hello, Rose. When she sticks her paws in my groin and it starts, you know, the claws, I'm not having that in my groin, so I have to put her down. Who's up here? Right, look. Up here. Up there. Look. Up there, you stupid cow. So what I do sometimes, I kind of like get her head. She ain't gonna like it. I'll get her head and I'll push her ears back, and she really does look like a weasel. I go, what, weasel? Oh, hello, Paralogical. How are you? Long time no see. Alright, so that's the real Rose. I might as well stick her back on this modulator before she starts complaining. Oh, it was my wrench, arsehole. No, I don't know if that's the person I think it is, but it might be, I don't know. Shut up, Rose. I'll demoderate you up and kick off my channel. Stop calling me an arsehole, you airy arse. Airy arse Rose. I bet she's got an airy arse as well. We all have airy arses anyway. Men and women. We all have airy arses. I know women shave certain parts of the body, but I bet they don't shave their arses. In the old days, people used to love women with a lot of hair, didn't they? You know, especially hairy armpits. Ooh, that gives me the cringe. Ugh. But men loved people with, like, you know, women with facial hair and hairy armpits, and I can't. No, I was supposed to cut my hair the other day, but my hand has been playing up a little bit. That's why I didn't do so much at my encampment the other day. I just took my time, and because it is cold weather, I thought, well, it goes and becomes and looks like a bit like a bog brush, then you know, I can't afford to keep, you know, getting it cut. Although I cut it myself with my own razor when I went to go in the bathroom, right, and you know, my beard was growing, you know, you could see all the white. I thought, no, you know, I can't have that. So I got the razor out and I turned it on, and it wouldn't work. The on and off switch somehow got stuck. I couldn't turn it on. So, you know, I just kept knocking it around, and, you know, I thought it might have been the actual plug itself. But, you know, I changed the plug around a couple of times because it's one of those, like, European adapters. So I kept taking it in and out, and I kept twisting, you know, and, like, pushing the button up as much as I could, and suddenly it started working. I thought, right, got the old beard shaved, trimmed the old tashi, and I thought, should I cut my hair? If I do it, I might as well do it now. I thought, no, fuck it. You know, it's still too cold out, man. No, even when I'm wearing a hat, my head still gets cold. If I shave my hair, you know, it's going to get even more cold. So, no, I'm going to wait until the summer. And if my hair goes, you know, long like a bog brush, or, you know, if I start looking like a hippie, well, at least that way, you know, looking like a hippie, I ain't got no, nothing against hippies. You know, hippies are great people. You know, I look like a hippie, or one of those, what they call it, if I suddenly start look like a forestman, or a woodsman, then, you know, at least I'd be kind of apart then, wouldn't I, eh? And the old long hair and the old long scruffy beard and long moustache, you know, a bit like the old Alaskans. So they have a lot of facial hair, don't they? And that keeps them nice and warm. But to me, you know, when my hair does get long and my beard gets long, it does make me look a lot more older and a little bit more scruffier. So I do tend to, like, take care of my facial appearance sometimes, although I look like shit most of the time. You know, I came home the other day to upload the video when I was doing, like, my last bushcrafting video, and I went to wash my hands and I looked in the mirror and my eyes were so baggy. I thought, my God, Steve, you're getting so old, mate. You're not getting as much rest as you. And I'll be honest with you, I don't sleep that well most times. There's times I'll go to bed like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I just can't sleep because if I know I'm going to go out the next morning, I'm always thinking what I need to do the next day, you know, trying to prepare myself, trying to think what I need to do, what I need to take, what ideas I need to, like, work out on. And next minute, you know, it's like fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking, geez, I've been sitting here thinking for 7 hours. I'm so tired, I can't even get up, you know, and I have to cancel my little day trips out sometimes. Because, you know, my brain doesn't shut down. Well, what little brain I have got, it don't shut down sometimes. I'm always thinking and concentrating on stuff. And I can't remember half the stuff as well. But Sunday, I'll probably be going out tomorrow because it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow. Sunny interviews with a moderate breeze. Same as Monday and Tuesday. So Sunday and Tuesday I might be out. And then Thursday, maybe. Or I might just go Sunday and then Thursday. So I don't have a lot of funds to keep travelling around at the moment. Yeah, you know what? That is a load of bollocks, man. That's a load of bollocks. Now, as I said, I'll get like news flashes from The Guardian on my mobile phone here, right? And they've taken it well out of proportion about the coronavirus in the UK. You know, they said like if we get over 100 people with the actual coronavirus, then we're going to have to like what's that word when you actually make people stay in their homes. But they said that, you know, we get 100 reports of people in the London area, we are actually going to make people stay in their homes for 2 weeks. People ain't going to want that. You know, there's going to be an uproar because like people ain't going to be able to get out and pay their bills and go and get the shopping. You know, I wouldn't be able to get any shopping because I couldn't afford to do online shopping. It cost me double than it would when I can go up the pound shop and get half, you know, double the amount of food than I would in a normal shopping centre, you know. But they said like there's only like about, how many was it? I don't know. I can get my news thing back up on you now. They have found another person with the coronavirus, but they sent him to a normal hospital. He was found positive and they sent him to a normal hospital. Now, the thing is, right, you know, they've blown the coronavirus a bit out of proportion over in the UK. People are stating at the moment. I know people going out a lot more wearing like the face mask, you know, for protection, which I can understand. No, but, you know, even if you get a flu virus, you know, you ain't going to know if it's a normal flu virus or a coronavirus. And you can't go to the doctors because the doctors are either too full or too busy and they got no appointments. And they're trying to tell people not to go to the hospital in case it is a coronavirus. So they're trying to say, well, you know, stay indoors for 2 weeks. You know, it's just fucking bullshit, really, isn't it? Yeah, don't do. Come on, guys. You know, no more shit about. I'm sorry about, you know, certain parents of, you know, no longer assisting, but don't do it on this channel, please, because it's going to like start more on my channel, and I don't want to get involved in it. You know, you're going to do it on your own channel, please. You know, like I've had to do. You know, if it's getting that bad, get the police involved. No, we're going to get trolls on here watching, listening to what we're saying. And you're just feeding them. You're feeding them, guys. You're feeding them. You don't want to feed them. You know, if you're going to have fun with them, do it on this channel, you know, but don't do it here, please, because, like, it's getting me involved, and I don't want to be involved. I'm not being nasty, but you know, you're kind of disrespecting me and my channel now, aren't you? Really? I know you ain't meaning it, but that's what's happening, because they're going to start attacking me because you're my channel talking about it. Clever dialer, you're being protected from 17,299 spam members. Wow. Well, you just need to ignore it, move on. Who's sending me these messages? Who the hell's that? Who is this person? If you can get to, I've got about 15 Fray Benton pies, cheese and onions. Don't like pies. Follow 51 Foxy. Who the hell is 51 Foxy? Man, you better be fucking trolling me. Because my phone, seriously, and I'm not bullshitting you, my phone has been investigated by the authorities because of the nastiness that's been put on. So don't troll me. Fray Bentons. I don't eat Fray Bentons. I don't eat food like that. You know, I don't even like mince pie. Or I eat mince pies, but I don't like steak and kidney pies. I don't like meat pies that much. Because Alan bought some on one of our little outgoings, one of our little daily out days, where he was milk detecting. He bought 2 meat pies. I think they were Bentons. No, actually, it was a packet of 4, because we was going to have 2 each. And I bit into one. I didn't like it. He goes, oh, yeah, like, you know, there ain't a lot of meat in there, is there? It's more fat and gristle and pastry. I said, well, mate, you know, I'll eat this one, but you can have the 3rd one because I'm not going to eat it. And he ate it. I think I know who Foxy one is now. I won't say who, but yeah. Be careful, yeah, because my phone is being recorded. Because certain things went on last year, as you know, and when this guy got arrested, things suddenly calmed down rather rapidly. And I was left alone for 4 or 5 months. And now the trolls are coming back again, starting to shut up on me again. Well, you keep on. So all I've got to do is report it. And even the police officer said, any least little thing, let me know. And I'll even tell him about the troll that come on here earlier, saying they're going to report me to the DWP because I'm building a little base to get out of my home and do something useful and try to get my life back together. Yeah. He'll probably just say ignore it, but... And I will be speaking to the DWP Thursday when I go up there. Ugh. Oh my God. disgusting what they put in pies nowadays, man. They're seriously, about 2 years ago, I think it was, yeah, all over the media, they reckon that McDonald's, someone actually reported McDonald's using human meat in their burgers. And, millions of people got to read it, but people still bought the burgers because it's just a scandal. And, McDonald's was actually able to prove that it was, pure animal meat and not human meat. But nowadays, you're paying for stuff that, you can go out, right, and buy 4 different pies from 4 different brand names, and they swear black and blue it's like, 100% pure beef or lamb or pork or whatever it is, yeah, inside that meat. And all it is, it's just the cut-offs. It's not the pure meat. It's what it is. When the butchers slaughter an animal, and they sell like the pork or the steaks or the chicken, as it is, when they're actually gutting and cleaning those animals, yeah, all that waste isn't being thrown away. It's not given to the animals. They're actually dicing it up and putting it into like other products, saying it's pure meat when it isn't. It's just cut off. It's all just wasted meat. That's what they're doing, and they're ripping you off. That's why I don't go out and buy branded stuff. Even with clothes. I don't go out and buy a pair of fucking Adidas trainers for like £150. I have to go out and buy a pair of trainers for $9.99 or $12.99. Not because I can't. Well, it's one because I can't afford it. Until I'm not going to fucking pay for a brand name when you get something a lot better and cheaper and probably tastier than some of this brand name shit. Fuck that. No way. No, I made a bit of a balls up a few months ago. Alan got, I got one of those McDonald tokens from the Guardian newspaper, and it said like a Big Mac meal. Was like the Big Mac burger with either side salad or something else with it, yeah, for $1.99. Small regular fries. Yeah, so it's either the Big Mac meal, small regular fries, or Big Mac meal and a side salad, one or the other, $1.99, yeah. Usually it's about $2.99, $3.99, something like that. I went in McDonald's and I handed the token over, and I said, like, I want that, and I want 2 cheeseburgers and a chocolate shake. And it come to like $4.99 total, yeah. I said, no, it shouldn't be $4.99. You've got to deduct that token. She goes, I have, but you still got to pay for it. I said, no, that's free. She goes, no, it ain't free. I said, that's free. And she goes, no, look. And she took it out, and it's $1.99. I thought, Mike, I felt so like embarrassed. I thought, I'm sorry. I completely, misread it. I thought it was like a free one. Some people, some takeaways do give you like free food, if you're buying something else. Guys, no, it's just a discount token. I'm sorry, I said, I didn't realise. Guys, that's all right, do you want it? Or should I cancel? I said, no, I'll have it. So I had like a Big Mac, a couple of cheeseburgers, the small fries, and a large chocolate milkshake. And that's when I was over at Kingston, and I was coming on the way home. Saved me cooking that night. And that's one of the rarities, one of the rare times I actually buy a takeaway meal. I just don't trust some of this food nowadays, you're paying like for a branded name, beverage, food, whatever you want to call it, yeah, and it ain't what it's supposed to be. You go into the supermarket, yeah, and you get several different brands of potatoes, and each different brand is a different price. Fuck me, man, I might as well just buy the cheapest brand of potato because it's still a potato in it. It's not going to taste that much difference. It's just grown from a different farm, So I had the choice of buying a couple of loose potatoes or a bag of potatoes. And I bought them loose. It would have cost me more than actually buying a bag of potatoes. So I bought a bag of potatoes. Not I'm going to eat a whole bag of potatoes, you know. I'm going to start taking a few up and wrapping them up in tin foil and doing some potato jackets. Take a bit of butter and cheese with me. Maybe some baked beans. So I've got about 6 tins of baked beans in my cupboard right now. So all I had today was baked beans and pork sausage tin. There's a tin with pork sausages and baked beans in it, and a couple of bits of bread. That's my dinner tonight. And that's all what I have got until I get some more money, you know. Beans and fucking pork and beans and tins of soup. There was a if I know I'm not wrong, I can't remember when it was, but someone actually found something in one of their cartons of food, and they took it back and complained about it, and the shopping centre was only willing to exchange it or give them a refund. They weren't going to give them any other compensation. So the person went to the newspapers and got a story written up about it. It gave the supermarket a little bit of a bad name. And the supermarket said, well, you know, we don't know how this happened, you know. Someone must have tampered with it. We can only apologise. You know, we're trying to make some kind of like a nice amendment with the complainee. Because some people will actually like hope that they can get like £100 or a couple of £100 worth of like compensation. Shopping centres have come more to, you know, more wise to that now, because like sometimes people do tamper with the food and take it back and say it was already like that, you know, kind of thing. And if they're doing that, they're actually defrauding the actual shopping centre, the supermarket. But years ago, you know, people used to put a complaint in saying like, oh, well, I found a maggot in the meat, and they had to like take all the meat off the actual shelving and dispose of it. And some people was able to get like compensated like hundreds or even thousands of pounds. But now they don't do that. With a supermarket now, you take something and say, you know, it's expired, you know, you ain't supposed to be selling expired food. You know, I want my money back and I want compensation. They just say, well, we'll give you a new tin or, you know, whatever it is that they've taken back and a refund of the actual original purchase. So all you're getting is a refund and one of that same item free, if you're lucky. No, there isn't as much care on products nowadays, you know, like you just don't know what is being put in, you know, to your food, you know, your cartons, your tins, you know, your bottles and stuff like that. Like, you know, I used to drink a lot of fizzy drink, and Simon James used to say, I wouldn't be drinking. I said, why not? And he goes, because it's got certain like kind of ingredients that can actually shorten your life. I thought, well, you know, we all die sometime, you know, what difference is it going to make, you know? Start with smoking. I've known people smoking for like most of their lifetime, and I know it does cause cancer, but I've known people live a lot longer than they've expected because they smoked. I used to smoke years and years and years ago, but I stopped when I met the missus. When we first had Jessica, my first daughter, we went over to the Philippines, and, you know, I wanted to be, you know, with the lads, you know, have the odd beer. They was all smoking around, and I said, you know, like, to the missus, can I have a fag? She goes, well, you know, I don't mind you having the one or two, but don't start smoking again. And I was just with the lads and having a couple of cigarettes time to time, having the odd beer. When I came home, that was it. I didn't smoke anymore. I tried one of those vapes, and that vape fucking like, well, I won't use a vape again because it really done my throat in. It really made my throat hurt. So I wasn't, you know, never used to it. And when I did smoke, I only smoked like, you know, very occasionally. It wasn't like, you know, going out and buying 20 or 40 cigarettes a day. And like some people would, you know, even when I was younger, you know, after I left school, I'd buy a packet of 10 cigarettes and that'd last me a whole week. You know, and, you know, although my parents didn't know I smoked sometimes, I kind of hid them away. Or, you know, put them somewhere they wouldn't find them. I used to go out and have a little smoke. And when I got home, they could smell the smoke on me. I said, "You've been smoking?" I say, "No, it's so-and-so's been smoking." You know, like my mate David, I always blamed him because he was a smoker anyway. I said, "No, it's David, you know, been in the car, he's been smoking like crazy, and that's what you can smell." Well, as long as you haven't been smoking. You know, I used to get away blue murder sometimes when I was younger. But, you know, the cost of living nowadays has gone so high. In April, the cost of living has gone up again. Seriously, it's going up again. How people are going to survive, I just do not know. No, but they state that the cost of living, you know, cost of food, travel, fuel, cigarettes, everything is going up in price again. They're all going up in price. So people like me on benefits, ain't going, you know, we're still going to find it very difficult. Although they state that benefits might go up a little bit, 1.7%. Wow, an extra £5 per week. Wow, you know, some people go out and spend £5 on a cup of coffee. You know, we find it so difficult to even survive on £5. What can you buy for £5 a week? You know, a large bottle of milk, 2-litre bottle of milk, some bread, coffee, and maybe some eggs, and that's it. That £5 is gone. That's not going to last you a whole week. Even a bottle of milk ain't going to last you a whole week. You know, coffee is like £3 or £4 a fucking jar of coffee now, and that's the cheap brand. You know, if you're going to buy Maxwell or something like that, you're paying £5-6 a fucking jar. So when the cost of living goes up, it's going to be even more expensive, isn't it? I think people think that, you know, we got it comfy being on the fucking social. They don't know how hard it is. If they got a job, then yeah, they're better off. You know, who's been watching that Rich Kids program? Yeah, I've only watched a couple of series. Yeah, well, a couple of episodes. But people have been there's been a series of programs out where rich kids aren't allowed to spend the money that they've been spending because they've had the silver spoon pulled out their backside and they've, you know, been brought up very poshly and they've lots of money in their pocket, but they've had to go and live with someone who's unemployed and got very little money here. And they see how hard it fucking is for someone who is out of work and living on what income we got. So just think when the cost of living goes up, it's going to be even more fucking difficult. Oh, I've got a message on the Universal Credit. Let me check on it. I think I already read it, actually. No, I think that's my appointment for Thursday. So I've just been on there. I went on there about an hour ago, didn't I? So I think this is an old message. Yeah, there ain't no new one on there. Don't know why that popped up. Delay, I suppose. I've got to turn my phone off. My battery's nearly flat again. only used the phone hardly all today. Half an hour ago it was on 100%, now it's on 40%. And that's another problem with fucking mobile phones. They bring all these expensive phones out and you think they're going to last the 18-month period for the contract, but the batteries are in there so fucking shit. You'd be lucky if they last 6 months. And it starts lagging your phone out, you know, it stops running applications and stuff like that. And they expect you to go and buy a brand new fucking battery or a new mobile phone because your phone's fucked up because your battery's not working. Right, I'm going to make another coffee. Back in a minute, guys. Coffee time. I was going to go earlier, but I don't feel tired now, so I'll make another coffee and carry on chatting for a little while. If you're bored with me, then I don't care. Go. Don't need to be here. Just realised I've got to do something later today. I've got to find a really strong, hefty carry bag. Because when I go up to my permission, I'm going to get some bricks from the side of Ron's gate and make a brick fire pit. when I make fires up at my permission when I'm building my little building, cabin, hut, shed, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm just using, I'm just digging a hole in the ground at the moment and, doing a fire that way. But this time I want to use the bricks. And I also want to make a little brick fireplace in the actual building, shed, shack, hut, whatever you want to call it. Death trap. Hello, Michael. Well, that's the thing you have to do. That's, to survive, tobacco's fucking expensive nowadays. They say that they're going to consider banning tobacco, cigarettes, sometime 2025 or 2030. They're going to ban smoking completely in the UK. You ain't even allowed to smoke in your own house. So, it's going to really destroy the tobacco industry in the UK. You still probably don't get people smuggling stuff over, kind of thing. But yeah, when I was a youngster and I used to work in, doing voluntary in the mental hospital a couple of times until I got beaten up by a blind woman with a walking stick. So I kept saying she had no dog there. And the nurse told me, just say, yeah, and pretend you're patting the dog and talking to the dog. And I wasn't going to fucking fall for that silly little story, but I was feeding a blind woman and she's going on about her dog. I said, look, eat your food. She goes, give it to the dog. I said, ain't no dog here. She went ape shit and started whacking me with a fucking walking stick. But, I got to know some of the mental patients in there, and some of them you didn't even realise had any kind of mental issues with them, because you could have a proper conversation with them, but sometimes they would just turn all of a sudden, kind of thing. So you have to be careful. And many of the patients, even if they had money, they only got a fraction of what money they was given. If they was given £50, they might be lucky to get a couple of quid. And at them times, 10 cigarettes used to be £1.50. And they didn't have the money to go and buy a whole packet of 10. So the shop I used to work in when I was in my early teens, about 14, 15, I was just selling out in a news agent because I was doing paper delivery. And if the manager had to pop out, he'd ask me to pop down and just keep an eye on the shop. And he used to open packets of cigarettes and sell the cigarettes separately, like a cigarette for 10p or 15p, depending on the brand and, the size. Because you had the small, normal cigarettes, then you had the king-size cigarettes. So the manager's shop used to sell the cigarettes separately to the patients. And as many times I used to see the patients outside the shop, waiting for someone to have a fag and throw the fag down. And if it's still lit, they pick up and, smoke it right down to the butt. Or if they found a cigarette dog on the floor, they pick it up and pull it apart and get what tobacco was left out of it, That's the only way they could survive on, their tobacco. Lucy's, we call them. See, when I did used to smoke, even I couldn't afford to buy the actual cigarettes properly myself. I did go on to roll-ups, and I'll tell you, my roll-ups were so thin. I mean, it looked like a fucking matchstick some of the times. As long as I could get a few draws out of it, that was it. That was okay. But some of my cigarettes, I don't know if I'm getting this out, but some of my cigarettes were that thick, like this glue stick, and some of them used to be a lot thinner. So if I couldn't afford the cigarettes and I was out with my mate, David, he was working most of the time, and he could afford cigarettes, and I used to sponge some off him. And if I had, if I was working or I'd just been paid, I was able to buy some cigarettes, I'd pay him back for what I'd already had off him. But I did end up having more cigarettes off him than he had off me. We always used to bum each other cigarettes all the time. And what I mean by bum is share. If I didn't have one, I'd scrounge one off him. And if he didn't have any and I had some, he'd scrounge them off me. But he was a very heavy smoker. You know, he smoked about 40, 50, 60 fags a day. That's why sometimes when I was smoking, and, I didn't want my parents to know, I did go home stinking of cigarette smoke. My mum used to say, "You've been smoking?" I say, "No, that's David." I just put the blame on David, I miss the guy, he's been dead for about 30 years. I still miss him. He had some really good laughs. We've had our ups and downs and, broke our friendship up and, never spoke to each other for over a year, nearly 2 years sometimes. But we always kind of bumped into each other, said hello and made up and got back together. Even his dad got a bit pissed off with me sometimes. But, his dad got me a job in one of the factories. Can't remember. It was over in this Sidcup, I think. I never put that down in my CV because I could never remember the bloody factory name. But I worked with David and, because I was, in the same factory, but in a different compartment, I was able to get a lift off his dad sometimes. I offered him petrol and he said, "No, don't worry about it." Because sometimes, and then when we was having arguments and we broke up, his dad wouldn't talk to me. But when we started being friendly again, and I was able to go back into his house, then I got along with his parents again. One of his brothers didn't like me, but after he died, his brother, did contact me and said, we contacted my sister actually, because I'd already got, married and living up in London, and he was told that I wasn't living with my parents in Bexley anymore. So my sister was living there. So he contacted my sister and said, David's died, and because Stephen was one of his, good mates. We wanted to know if he wants to come to the funeral. So my sister contacted me and told me, and I said, yeah. And because he liked my sister Denise a lot, me and my sister went to his funeral. I do believe, he does come and visit me sometimes. And I've heard, which I believe is his voice on the ghost box, or similar to his voice. With the ghost box, we can never really say who we're talking to or other people we're talking to. We can be manipulated, but things that he says to me on the ghost box, do mean something to me, kind of thing. It does sometimes bring back the memories, if I can think that way, all that way back in time, because I do believe I've got a slight touch of dementia, like my dad had and my mum's got. I think it's one of those things that I don't know if it's genetic or whatever, but it's kind of gone from my dad to my mum. Now from my mum, even the doctor said, you might be suffering with dementia. Just some of the times that, all the good times you had in the past, you can't think about. I can't even remember what I've done yesterday sometimes, which is a bit weird, you can't remember what you did yesterday, but you can remember something that you did 20 years ago. Really weird. I think 10 cigarettes about £5, £56. 20 cigarettes, B&H or something, it's about £8.50, £9.50. And they're going up in April. Everything's going up in April. So you're smoking, your cigarettes are going to go up. Cigarettes, tobacco, vape, the old vape fluid. And the cost of the vape machine itself is going to go up. Everything's going to go up. Food, water, drinks, bog rolls, toothpaste, toiletries, cleaning, everything. Anything you can think of that you spend money on is going to go up in price. And it's going to, really seriously hurt people like myself. As it is, sometimes I don't eat once or twice a week because I can't afford going out and buying the food. I had to go and buy the cheapest of the cheapest, like tins of baked beans and soup, and if I can, I might try to treat myself at least once a month to a kebab or something. But you're thinking you just spent £6.50 on a large kebab. Now, if I put that money to getting the other food, that other food could probably last me a whole week. So I've just spent a whole week's shopping on one kebab. I've got an eBay account. I ain't selling nothing. I've got stuff on there. I've been reported left, right, and centre because I've got an eBay account. And as I said before, you continue fucking reporting me, it don't really matter because they've got information. They keep an eye on my eBay account. And, I'm not doing nothing illegal. I'm sending my own personal belongings, to help pay my bills. And when I do sell something, I've not sold anything this month. And when I do sell something, it goes on bills. I'd rather pay my bills and starve. I don't bailies come around knocking on my fucking door and, demanding money I ain't got. So there are days I can't afford to pay for my food because I'm paying my bills. And people don't realise that, And when I do sell something, they say, oh, you're making money, I'm going to report you. I'm not making money. I'm selling something that belongs to me, which I paid probably, there's something like I may pay like 40 quid for, brand new. And because I'm not using it, I may as well sell it and let someone else get the enjoyment out of it. I might be lucky to get £10 out of it. So I'm losing money there anyway. And I'm also paying eBay fees and PayPal fees. So if I stuck something up at £10 when it cost me originally £40, trying to take your PayPal and eBay fees, I'm lucky to get 8 quid out of it. Now, what's fucking 8 quid? And some little sarcastic bastard does a video sitting there calculating on all the stuff I've sold since I had my eBay account, stating 8,000. You can earn up to 10,000 a year without it affecting your fucking benefits, you dopey cunt. And they said, they're reporting me every year. So I'm selling on eBay. Every year I've had a compliance phone call. And every year they said, you're not doing nothing wrong because you're selling your own personal belongings where you don't give a shit about that. Now, if you're working and you're not declaring it, then we're going to take, measures. But if I'm doing voluntary work, I tell them I'm doing voluntary work. If I get paid for it, I tell them I'll get paid for it. But all the voluntary work I've done, I've never been paid for it. I don't fucking lie to them. Because if you lie to them, that's more they're going to charge you with if you get, if they decide to put a criminal conviction against you. No, I ain't done nothing wrong. But people make it look like I'm doing things wrong. Because they hate me. They don't like me as the person I am. It's just sick the way people treat other people nowadays, You can earn £20 per week as in working. But if you're selling your own personal belongings, it doesn't matter how much you sell on eBay, as long as it's not over, a massive amount. If you're selling stuff on eBay and you're making like £1,000 a week or something, then they can turn around and say, well, hang on, all that's your own personal things, you're still making £1,000 a week. Then, really you could be, living and surviving on that £1,000, We can still pay you a benefit, but you ain't going to get all your benefit. You might get a percentage of it and that's it, done. But they do keep an eye on my eBay account. I gave them permission to keep an eye on my eBay account. They got my eBay account details. And if I sell something, I let them know. If I'm selling like £200 a week, which I've not done for fucking years, but let's say I sold like several items on eBay and I made 200 quid a week. Now they can turn around and say, well, yeah, okay, that's going to affect your benefit. Or no, we ain't worried about that. It's not going to affect your benefit. And because it's my own personal belongings, if I had a car, if I had the money and I went and bought a car, right, tomorrow, and then 6 weeks later I didn't want it, and because I lost my job and had to go onto the benefit system, and the car cost me like £6,000. And because I lost my job, I have to go on the benefit, yeah, and I can't afford to keep the car running. So I might get half it back, $3,000. If I sold it for $3,000, that's my own personal belonging. They're not worried about that. All they're worried about is when you're earning a natural income from a job. That's what they're concerned about. Not when you're selling your own personal stuff on eBay or Asti or eBid or whatever fucking online auction. I've gone through all that. I've done I've videoed it on live streams. People could hear what the advisor's saying. We're not worried about what you sell as your own personal belongings. It's when you're working. And I'm not fucking working. If you're making excess of like £1,000 a week, then and it's selling constantly, then they can turn around and say, well, hang on a minute, we might have to class that as a business. But if you're like, if you're moving out and you've got excess amount of stuff and, you don't be throwing it away or giving it to charity because you've paid like hundreds of pounds on those items, throughout your lifetime, you rather sell it and try to get a little bit of money because you know that you're going to need money for when you move into your new location. They're not going to worry about that either because they know that you're going to have to spend money to move into a new property. I've gone through all this shit. Right, good night. No, that's why people sell on eBay because, it is a bit of a lifesaver. When you ain't got the money and you're selling your own personal belongings, sometimes that little bit of income can and will help you out. And it has helped me out a couple of times, like you just said, it's helped you out a couple of times. We don't get, this huge amount of money on the benefit system. No, what I get from the system, it's got to last me a fucking month. And, sometimes it don't even last me 2 weeks. And there are days I don't eat at all because I've got to pay all my fucking bills. And that's what pisses me off when people say, well, he's on benefit. He should be working. Well, if you've got an excuse, a medical excuse, and you've been on an assessment, and the assessment advisor has assessed your medical details, and they agree that you're not fit for work, then you can't go out for work, can you really? But there's no harm in going out and spending time outside and doing things and trying to build things to try to make yourself better and stronger so you can go out and look for a job later and come off the fucking benefit system. And I bet some of these scumbags who come on here and accuse you for being on the benefit are probably on the benefit themselves. I guarantee it. As I said, I don't know why I keep getting these notifications on my phone from the Guardian newspaper and the Times and the Daily Mirror. But recently, there's been job losses and shopping centres closing down again because they just can't afford the staff. Their products aren't being sold. So it's going to be another couple of 100,000 people out of work. And, another article I've read that they said that the benefit system has actually got a lot of people back to work. But there are still people losing their jobs and going on the system. So the actual fractions, the percentage is going up and down. Now they reckon people gone out and looking for jobs have increased slightly, but the actual loss of jobs have gone down a fraction as well. So it's still kind of getting even out a little bit. But, people have to go out and look for a job, even if they are fucking ill, because they can't afford to live on the benefit system. Some people had to take the lowest of the minimum fucking wage and work 3 jobs a fucking week to survive on. If I could be off the fucking system and working, I'd be on the fucking, I'd be working. I'd like to get a job and make enough money to survive each fucking week and not worry about it. when you're getting the shitty benefit money, which we're getting at the moment, it is a very stressful and depressing thing. You got to deal with each week thinking, well, am I going to pay that bill? Am I going to have to ring them up and say, I can't afford that bill this week? You know, what about my food? Am I going to have enough money for food this week? And they turn and people say, well, you know, well, you're going out, so you must have spare money to go out. Well, the money I'm spending to go out is on 2 buses. I'll get discount bus fares, yeah? It's only cost me £2 to go up to that place and back. So if I don't eat for the day after, I'd rather spend the money to go out and chill out and have a decent day out than rather eat. You know, like, oh, well, hang on, you had sausages and bacon the other day. Well, yeah, I tend to like spend a little bit more money on some decent food sometimes. You know, if I have enough money to buy food for 6 days, then I will budget it so I spend it for 4 days of food. Have a couple of days where I'm not feeding, you know, eating, but buying a little bit more decent food. Like, you know, I'll be honest with you, yeah, I didn't have bacon or sausages for years because I couldn't afford it. But you know what? I thought, fuck it. I'm going to treat myself to some bacon and sausages. And they were the lowest brand ones, you know, like the back bacon. Get 10 rations for £1.50. That's the cheapest, it's cheap shit. The sausages. Now, when I was cooking the sausages, I moaned about the sausages breaking up because they were the cheapest of the cheapest sausages. £1.20 for a 10. So, you know, I wasn't going out, splashing out. You know, that £1.10 on sausages would have probably cost me £1.10 on a ready meal anyway. You know? Oh, well, hang on a minute. You're paying £1.10 on sausages. You could go out and buy 4 tins of, like, beans or soup or something. Well, that's what I did this week. I had to go out and buy the lowest cost food again because I ain't got no money for another 2 weeks. So I had to just buy canned stuff, you know, soup, baked beans and sausages, tins of peas, potatoes. You know, I don't even like buying full loaves of bread because I don't even eat half the bread, so I buy the smaller loaves, and the smaller loaves can be sometimes more expensive than the normal loaf is. Like a normal loaf is 99p, right, in Lidl's. Half a loaf is 59p. You're paying 40p extra for double the amount. But I can't eat a whole loaf. And people say, well, you can all, you know, if you're not going to eat it, freeze it. But I've never frozen bread in my life. And you know, I'm thinking if I freeze bread and take it out, you know, a week later, isn't it going to be, you know, kind of like soft and damp and, you know, I'm not going to eat wet bread. No way. We'll toast it. But I would if I had a decent toaster or my cooker was working properly. Whoever's going, good night, yeah. People think we live a life of luxury being on benefits. Really? Just look at the news media, how many people killed themselves because they got put on universal credit and found themselves in very, very difficult situations. Don't you think I thought of that? How many people thought about that, but they had to try and struggle and survive. Pissed me off when people like start giving out false reports on people on benefits, saying, oh, he's making hundreds of thousands of pounds on eBay. Well, they've gone through the whole of my eBay account and they said, hang on, $8,000. But we've calculated that, and that's $8,000 in a matter of like 8 years. That's not even $1,000 a year. Oh, we ain't going to take no. Nah, don't worry about that. That's bullshit. They're just wasting their time. It's costing us money to investigate you. No. How much, if you're going to put stuff on eBay, then you carry on doing it because it is helping you to pay your bills. You're not trying to go to the benefit system and ask for loans and grants because the benefit system don't do loans and grants. Although there was a news article, which I got about 4 months ago, saying that the DWP do actually do grants for people, who are on a very low income, and you can get a grant for like appliances. When I spoke to my advisor about that through my journal, there ain't no grants. So the newspaper lied about it, putting people's, high hopes up. And people have been going to the system, the DWP, and saying, oh, I want a grant, I want a grant. There ain't no grants. They put you in touch with a company that will give you a grant. I think there's one called Oasis or something in Wimbledon. But I'll keep forgetting to contact them because I just can't concentrate some of the times. I do forget a lot of things. And even the grant isn't like a grant where you don't pay it back. It's one where you do pay it back. And I'm not going to be able to afford to pay back a grant on their interest fees. Now, unless it's one where I know there are grants out there where you get a grant and you don't pay it back. Like when I first moved in here, you had like a home help grant and you had to calculate everything that you needed, put the price tag down, and then they would consider it. When I moved in here, I wanted like, my mum paid for the bed and the microwave, but I needed carpeting, I need a washing machine, a cooker, a fridge freezer, furniture, table, chairs, and all that kind of stuff, yeah. And I went for the cheapest, and I put down $4,000. I wasn't awarded $4,000. I was given $2,000. And like some of the stuff that I needed, I had to go out hunting. Now, if I saw like a chair outside, I knock on the door saying, "Is that chair going? Yeah, can I take it? Yeah." And I bought stuff in from outside for where people threw stuff away. So I had to live like that. And there's still stuff that I've still got in here from when I first moved in and bought stuff in from the street. I never got to replace it because I can never fucking afford it. No, about 5 years ago, yeah, I was on disability and I was getting a lot more money than I was getting now. But I'm on universal credit. I've gone through my medical and I'm not entitled to any disability. I'm on the, what's it called? Low capacity disability. Now, you've got two different disabilities. You've got the low capacity, then you've got the other one. The low capacity ability means you don't have to go out looking for a job, and you don't get called to the office as much as you normally do because you've been excused for work, but you don't get the disability funding. But the other funding, if they see that that you can lift something up, you can clean your arse, you can walk, you can move, you can cook, then you don't get that help. But if you can't do all those things, you've got like a care helper in here doing all the stuff, then that's when you get the extra income. Because I'm able to do things, I don't get that income. But years ago, I was able to get it. But now, because of the benefit caps and the cut downs and, all the government changes, I don't get it. I've not had it for 5 years. But when I went to my medical review in January, it took them 6 months to review my medical situation. I kept ringing them up and finding out what's going on. And they said to just use your journal. And they sent me an email saying, yeah, you're on low compatibility disability. And I said, well, what does that mean? Am I going to get extra help? Am I going to get extra money? No. It just means that we agree that you're not fit for work. We've reviewed all your medical records, your doctor's records, your hospital records, and your psychiatrist records and stuff like that. No, but you are able to do this and you're able to do that. You're able to like go out, you're able to go on a bus, you can like cook, you can clean. So, you know, but there are certain factors that we have taken in consideration. So we do see that you're not fit for work. And hopefully, you know, in time you will be fit enough to work later. But if you wasn't able to do any of that and you had the care help, then yeah, you would actually get the extra income. But because you're not getting care help and you can do that stuff, you don't get it. But you don't have to go out looking for a job. But I still do go out looking for a job time to time. And it's voluntary. And I don't get paid for it. No, if like my landowner said to me he wanted to do the whole fencing again, yeah, because some of the fencing is kind of falling down. No, he's got his family to help him, yeah. But if he said, like, you know, if you want to help me out, you know, then, you know, you can help me out, I'd be up there and I'd help him out because he's done, you know, he's done me a good turn. Now, if he offered to pay me, I'd have to declare that. Even if it's just for a bus fare, you know, I'd still have to declare it. But then the job centre would just say, well, if he's only paying for your bus fare, then we ain't going to worry about that because like, you're not being paid for the job. And I have offered my time to help him to do things, but he hasn't asked me to help him. You know, he's just laid the roadway down with like gravel. And I did say to him, if you need any help, let me know. But he didn't ask me. And I know he said he was going to do some repair to the fencing. And I said, well, I'll be up here. And this was a couple of weeks ago. I said, well, I'll be up there on that certain day. If you want me to help you, just give me a shout. You know, I don't mind helping you. And while I was actually, you know, I think it's the second time I was up there building my little base, I could hear him like knocking and banging. I thought, well, maybe he's doing the fence. Maybe he just don't want me to help him out. Maybe he's got his son up there. Maybe his daughter's helping him. But I have said to him, anytime you need help, let me know. You know, he's been good enough to let me be on his land, give me permission to do milk detecting. He's given me permission to build a little base up there, a little camp. You know, he's given me the okay to use some of his like lumber. You know, he's given me permission to cut down trees if I need to. And he's not asked anything from me. You know, I've offered it. And I spoke to my advisor, and I'm being honest with you, right? My other landowner, Tom, he actually said to me when I first spoke to him, he goes, are you working? I said, no. He goes, I might be able to offer you a job. I said, what's that? He goes, a brickie working on a roof. I said, thanks, mate, but I won't be able to do it because one, I'm not strong enough to carry bricks around, and two, I have a fear of heights. So I'm going to have to let it go. And when I was down at the job centre, I told my advisor that I was offered a job, but I had to decline it. And she goes, oh, that's a shame. I said, yeah. Now, if I didn't have the fear of heights, you know, and, you know, I was stronger, then I would have took it on. And it was only like part-time. But, you know, I was honest and upfront with her. And she said, well, thank you for letting me know. She wrote it down on the records and that was it. And I did say to him, next time I speak to him, if he's still got the job going, I'll see if he's interested in letting me, you know, pass your information onto the job centre. And maybe you can get someone else to, like, fill the job in. So I'm just counting on a DVR camera because in the hallway I thought my coat was moving. Seemed like my coat kind of like came out a little bit just then. Don't know, because it might be a draft. Well, no, it ain't a cat because the cat's in here. On the pillow near the windowsill. Fuck me, it's 2:20. As soon as that coffee's finished, I'm going. Go and get some sleep. I I need to find a bigger piece of wood so I can make myself a better spoon. Wooden spoon. No, I've got plenty of cutlery. When I used to be doing my scavenger hunt, I found like a box full of like knife and forks, which I could take up there, but that's not really being bushcrafty, is it, you know? Bushcraft and camping is like, you know, when you're out in the wilderness, you're surviving on the wilderness. Oh, pardon me, you're surviving on the wilderness, you know, you're surviving off the land, you know, you're making things. My hair's sticking up. You're making things. You know, I can't say that, you know, what I've made is like bushcraft because I made it here. There's more bushcraft is when you're outside. But at least I'm doing something in the time. I'm not on here causing problems with people and arguing. But I still get trolled, still get picked on. And like I said earlier, and I think Leslie's gone. But if you want to fucking report me because I'm out building the base, you fucking go and do it because they are just gonna laugh at it. So I've already told them. I've told them I've got permission on a horse paddock that I go out there milk detecting, trying to strengthen myself up, trying to get myself out and make myself a little bit better so I can hopefully come off the social and get myself a job. And I've told them that I'm actually out making a temporary accommodation, like a little shack, shed, cabin or whatever, so I can learn a different skill. And that's what it is, I suppose. Like, you know, when you're doing that kind of stuff, you are learning. And if I can learn and learn by mistakes when I'm building something, maybe that can help me to get into a job later. No, if someone turned around and said, look, you know, I've got a job for you, and, you know, we're going to teach you how to, like, construct things, that's going to be great. That's the kind of stuff I want. I even try to get, you know, into gardening, but the gardening, you need qualifications and certificates, just like construction. No, even if you go to a building site and ask for a job, nowadays you need a certificate to fucking even sweep the goddamn floor. You know, what qualifications you got? Have you got any certificates? You know, have you got any kind of insurance? Oh, sorry, mate, we can't have you because, like, you know, one, you need special insurance, you need qualifications, even to sweep the floor. Fuck me, man. But I'm not going away about them. Let them do it. They keep reporting me year in, year out. So she knows it's on record. They ain't going to take no worries about it. They ain't going to worry about it at all. Don't know why I keep talking about it. Just something to talk about, I suppose. It's not worrying me. So I've got a piece of wood up there, but it's too hard. It's hardwood. And my carving tools won't go through it. When I bought some carving tools, they weren't sharp. And I tried sharpening one the other day and I just practically screwed it up. Well, I've got this piece of wood here. And it's very difficult to carve in like a certain angle or a circle, because you're supposed to carve into the groove, into the lining. No, that ain't gonna work. No, I see people making their own wooden cups. Can't remember what they're called now. Special name for a cup they make out of wood. I'd love to make one of those, but I just don't have the wood to use it. You need kind of a soft wood actually, and this is hardwood. I've had this piece of wood in this house for 2 years, would you believe? Up on that shelf. when I first started doing little, like, you know, me woodworking, me little miniatures, like, you know, which I've got a channel still on. Not used it for a fucking year, that channel, a bit longer. But I tried doing, you know, little projects with wood. I made, you know, some planchettes out of wood. I even gave 1 or 2 planchettes away to people. But this wood is just too hard, you know. If I was to even put a saw through that, a normal saw, that would take me probably about 5-10 minutes to cut through that because it's so solid. The only way I can cut through that like butter is with an electric saw. You know, I want to make myself a decent, like a proper spoon, not one like that. That'd do though. As long as I can pick sugar up and stir my drink with it, that's okay. With my spatula, worked out a little bit better than I expected. I managed to like flatten it down a little bit so it's more easier to pick up the eggs when I'm cooking out in the wilderness. My little fork. Something fell on the floor, but I don't know what it was. The spoon. Once I've actually finished doing my little shelter, you know, if I don't fancy doing milk detecting, I'll still go up there and just do some like updating on the shelter, you know, constructing a few things, and there might be times when I'm sitting back and just trying to carve something, you know. I do have some carving tools, I have chisels and stuff like that, but as I say, they are kind of blunt. They were blunt when I bought them brand new, and you've got to sharpen them up yourself, and I'm a bit kind of like unsure how to sharpen things properly. With one of my knives I tried sharpening, I fucked it up and took half the blade off. Yeah, now I know exactly what kind of like angle you need to do it and what side of the knife to do it. It's getting a little bit easier. But I've got those like Wheatstones. I have tried sharpening it with a Wheatstone, but it don't seem to work for me for some reason. Right, well, I'm going on a go now, definitely. I'm going to go to bed. Well, I'm going to watch one video on bush camping, which someone's uploaded. Then I'm going to go to bed. I'm not going to go out today because it's going to be raining as usual. Tomorrow, Sunday, and I may be going over to my permission because it's now changed again. It said Sunday was going to be kind of like fine, a bit of overcast and possible rain from 3 o'clock onwards, but now it says it's going to be sunny tomorrow. But earlier it said it's going to be overcast, a little bit of rain, then it suddenly changed, it's going to be raining all day Sunday, but now it's changed over, it's going to be sunny on Sunday. So the British weather can never make up its goddamn mind, or it's just where the BBC weather can't make things, you know, give out the right information. But Sunday is now sunny interviews and a moderate breeze all through the day. Same Monday and same Tuesday. Don't know what it is. Something on Twitter. So yeah. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday this week is now going to be sunny with a gentle breeze. But yesterday it said Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was going to be rainy, but Monday wasn't going to rain until late afternoon. But it's all Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's all going to be dry and moderate breeze all through them days. Wednesday is going to be light rain showers and gentle breeze. All the way up till 5 o'clock. Then it's going to be clear skies from 6 o'clock on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be sunny, just like tomorrow on Sunday. So I'll be going out possibly Sunday and Tuesday. If not Tuesday, it'll be Thursday. But I've got to make sure my camera's working, because my camera malfunctioned the other day and I lost like 30 odd minutes of audio, so I had to put music on from a YouTube. Well, we weren't from a YouTube, but it's from a website that gives you free non-copyright material to use on your YouTube channel. And some people actually enjoyed it, to be honest with you. So they couldn't hear me moaning and groaning and bitching about things when I was trying to get things sorted out. So, you know, there might be some more videos where I'm not talking and I might put a little bit of music on time to time. Right, I'm off. Good night, everyone. I'm going to put this video on private, I think, or delete it. I don't know yet. So, yeah, good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. Be safe, keep safe. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Be nice to each other. Love one another if you need to. It's up to you. But yeah, have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Sleep well. You know, I did go to sleep earlier. I was so tired around about 5 o'clock. I thought I'd just have an hour's sleep, but the hour ended up to be 4 hours. And, you know, I shouldn't be, you know, I wasn't, well, I woke up about 9 o'clock, I think it was, and, you know, sorted the cat's food out. Then I made myself, you know, some dinner. I didn't think I was going to be tired earlier, but I did feel a little bit tired, but that tiredness suddenly disappeared. But now it's crept back and I am tired now. And because it's going to be raining today, you know, I'm not going to go out anywhere. So I can lay in as long as I want today. But I'm going to try not to go to sleep until like 10 o'clock tonight. So I can try and get a decent night's sleep tonight, Saturday night, so I can go out Sunday. And I'd like to have a video up Sunday night on my other channel. Right, good night everyone, I'm going, bye.